Listen, you got to be so careful out there with all the crap on social media. And if you were following X last night, the former Twitter platform, do we have to keep saying that? Do we have to, X, formerly Twitter?
I guess you could stop calling it formerly Twitter now.
So I don't look at X anymore because I thought that Twitter was a great platform. And I thought when it converted to X, it was just a lot of craziness, and it seemed that the platform, it didn't seem, it did, the platform totally degraded. There's no doubt there are certainly less users on X than there were on Twitter. There's just no doubt about that. But I don't follow X, but in breaking news events, Michelle, my lovely wifage, she keeps her eyes on X, and of course we know you got to filter this crap. But with the whole Nancy Guthrie thing, by the way, Fester back in studio. We'll talk about your adventures in just a second.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So Michelle, during breaking events, will keep her eyes on X because there's still a lot of stuff that pops up. Legitimate news sources or sources that, you have the expectation that there's at least just a wee bit of vetting to make sure things are factual. So Michelle is just spewing out last night when this whole news story broke about a search warrant being executed, a guy being detained, a guy being, stopped and questioned, a person of interest. Yes, Fester.
A person. I was waiting for a person of interest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. So Michelle is on X last night, and I don't know where you were finding all this crap, but all of the erroneous information, now we know that the person of interest was released. And have we ascertained whether was it one person of interest or two persons of interest? There seems to be a little confusion, but we know that one of the persons of interest, and we have some audio, was questioned and released. But there was all kinds of erroneous crap. But we'll get into this in a little more detail later on. Like, Michelle, what would you say the biggest erroneous detail? I have one in my mind, but what would you say? Let's see if we're, in sync. In Sync. What was an In Sync song? I'm kidding. All right. So what was like the biggest, kind of, rabbit trail, wrong piece of info that you think you saw on X last night?
That there was a Life-something helicopter that had transported an 84-year-old woman from Rio Rico,
Arizona, just miles north of the Mexican border.
To Banner Hospital, I think is what it is, in
Tucson. Yeah.
And that Savannah Guthrie was at the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
Like someone else actually said Savannah Guthrie's at the hospital.
The family, including Savannah Guthrie, they've gathered at the hospital. A chopper is en route. One of the medical evac choppers, one of the life flights is en route from Rio, Creepo, what is it? Rio, what?
Pico de Gallo?
Pico.
It's Pico de Gallo. Rio Rico, Arizona.
Oh, no.
Life flight is on the way, and none of that turned out to be true. Yes.
One of NSYNC's biggest songs.
Yes.
I Want You Back.
Okay. Well, that goes...
That's so appropriate. I mean, if there's an anthem for this whole event...
That goes without saying.
The Guthrie family wants her back.
Yes.
I agree,
you're talking about us being in sync. You start bringing up in sync songs. I look them up. And what's the other one? Bye, bye, bye.
Oh, all right, Fester, that's terrible.
It's not me.
That's terrible.
It's not me. It's the songs.
That's terrible. That's awful. All right. So... all of this erroneous information, I feel so bad for Savannah Guthrie. How about this herky-jerky false hope that apparently was delivered. And of course, this is all premised on the doorbell footage from, what do they call the Google one? The Nest.
The Nest, yeah.
So it's not everyone thinks of Ring doorbells, but the Google competition is the Nest doorbell. And I'll tell you what, guess what we learned? When you don't think Google's watching you, Google's watching you. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they didn't have the subscription, but still Google was able to recover the data, so you were not paying Google the $10 a month. Or there's a package price. It's $100 a year or $10 a month.
Right.
So if you do take the yearly subscription, instead of going month to month, you save $20 a year. So Savannah Guthrie's mom, Nancy, did not have the subscription for the Nest camera to upload all movement and have it saved on the cloud servers for like 30 days. But even without her buying the package, Google was recording her. I mean, without signing up for, I guess, all of the, checking the boxes and accepting all of the terms of service. That is a wake-up call. We got to get into that later on in more depth, because even when you don't think Google's watching,
They're watching.
they be watching.
Yeah.
All right, so where was I?
I mean, this whole thing is just so hard on the Guthrie family.
right, so
it's really tearing up their heart. Tearing up my heart.
All right, Fester, stop. Dude.
Bye, tearing up my heart. I want you back. I'm just saying, in sync, you brought it up. It's not coincidence.
Why did I even bring up in sync?
Because we were talking about the breaking news, and you wanted to see if you and Michelle were in sync.
Oh,
then their catalog is just amazing.
Dude, you were at a funeral just 12 hours ago.
Okay. It's all right. Listen,
just stop.
Back to
Stop.
business.
Just stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
Everybody grieves in their own way.
Everybody stop.
And
in the
Fester,
name of love.
And Fester.
Stop in the name of. Stop.
No, that wasn't in sync. No.
Fester draws upon his humor and his, comedic talents to get through his grief.
That's the way Fester deals with grief.
It is.
No, it's nothing to do with that. Nothing. Everything's compartmentalized.
But
I'm only here for jokes.
I mean, I feel awful for Savannah Guthrie and the family that they had this false hope, and maybe there was this. Oh my God, what they've got and then it appears that there was a big letdown. Of course, all of this premised on that video that was recovered, and we'll get into that in more depth later on, of, a dude. I mean, some people are saying, is it a guy? Yeah, I think it is a guy. But some are like, maybe it's a female, all bulked up. And
I don't know. I saw a side-by-side profile of the person, and then Annie, and she's not a little woman.
All right, it's not. And then there's no more news about Ashley Banfield, essentially a couple of days ago turning Savannah's brother-in-law, Tommaso, Annie, the sister's husband, into a suspect. What's Ashley Banfield saying now? Is she still talking about her impeccable sources that say that Tommaso, Savannah Guthrie's brother-in-law, is a suspect? Is there anything out of Ashley Banfield, or is she hushed up?
I think she might have been hushed up a little bit.
But my heart just breaks for Savannah Guthrie and the family in the incident, and then whatever false hope they were given. But just some weird stuff. Last night or yesterday afternoon, the figure that showed up at the front door and then grabbing a clump of flowers or shrubbery and then putting it in front of the Ring or Nest camera. I grabbed some shrubs on the way out of the house this morning. I'm doing. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
What does that look like? I'm blocking MJTV. All right.
Yeah,
Andrew says this looks just like the video of the individual that apparently was involved in the kidnapping, the taking of Savannah Guthrie's mom, Nancy. So, I mean, if you want to block a camera potentially, how about a roll of duct tape or something? I mean, but to grab, oh no, there's a Ring camera. Sorry, Nest camera. There's a Nest. Can you tell the difference between a Ring camera and a Nest camera?
I think they're different shapes.
I have no idea. All right, so, here I guess, planning a kidnapping or whether it was a home invasion or maybe it was a burglary. We still don't know the motivation of all this. And you got a backpack, you got a gun, you got this crazy holster, in the front of your pants. I mean, just there were so many weirdo things here. And to block the camera, you grab some vegetation from the flower bed in front of the house and then try to hold that up to the lens on the Nest camera. I'm trying to simulate that right now with the shrubbery that I ripped out of my flower bed on the side of my driveway as we were pulling out. What do you think?
I mean, I'm looking
Andrew, is that a good simulation?
Yours is in color, but yeah,
all right.
pretty close.
Yeah, that was like the night vision, black and white. And all right, so we'll get into this later on. Fester has made it. What time did you get off the plane? What time did you land and deplane at Tampa International last night from Atlanta?
I think it was like 12:50.
Oh, wow.
So almost 1 a.m.
Yeah, almost 1 a.m.
All right, so let's speak with Fester. Fester's flight was delayed. I guess this is interesting. Fester's flight was delayed for a certain reason because he texted me all the progress because Fester knows I'm, kind of an airplane buff, right? So Fester's texting me on the plane. I'm in first class. How many little liquor bottles can I steal?
I mean, that was a real question. You really didn't give me an answer. You really kind of pooped the bed on that one.
Hold on to that thought. I want to interrogate Fester and find out why his flight was delayed a little over half an hour from taking off. And I thought this was somewhat interesting, so stand by. There's a lot today. And we're back in minutes. I will grill Fester next.
Good morning. Traffic is
On at the MJ Morning Show. Fester back in house. Fester joined us for the whole show on Monday via what was that, Microsoft Teams connection on your laptop, and you brought your little podcaster microphone with you and plugged it into the USB port, right?
That's exactly what I did.
You know, that worked fairly well. I mean, you didn't sound, perfect like you were in studio, but, for our purposes, I think it worked. And then yesterday, we just had you on for a quick phone call. Fester went up to, Clemson, South Carolina, because Fester's very close, almost best friend of 35 years, apparently.
Longer than that.
I mean, I met him in, 1988.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever that is. Do the math.
Like
a long time ago.
That's almost 40 years.
38 years.
Yeah, a long time.
Right?
We do the math.
So this is a very close friend of Fester who I never heard of because
you have.
I told you this.
I've always mentioned I take trips to South Carolina. Where are you going? I'm going to South Carolina to see my buddy. Oh, okay.
I don't recall.
I don't know why you're harping on this. In reality, I know nothing about your friends.
Because I've worked with you for 30 years.
I can't name one of your friends that doesn't do weather.
He has none.
That's.
I mean, MJ, seriously. I don't know why you get hung up. I've never heard
They're
this
all
guy.
imaginary.
Listen,
anyway, so
it's so weird.
Fester went up to South Carolina for the memorial and the funeral. Fester came back late last night, So Fester's, I'm leaving Clemson. I've arrived at Atlanta Airport. I'm through TSA security. Fester's like texting me every step of the way I'm on board.
See,
That's very considerate, and that's what you expect most people to do.
I'm on board the plane. This is like 11:30 last night. I'm on board the plane.
if you want to text MJ about aviation,
Yeah.
that's equal to like sexting somebody.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
He's like, how long's the line at TSA? Not long at all.
Because
Yeah,
I've
you are so right.
So long.
I've always said
I got frisked.
I had my crotch patted down
got
by
patted down.
the TSA. So I've always said that if I didn't end up on the radio, I most likely would have pursued a career in aviation and, maybe would have become a pilot. Michelle, what else? What else would I have done?
I don't know, but not that.
What do you mean not
You don't
that?
have like the discipline to do the studying that's involved.
Yes,
for
I
that.
do.
No, you
yes,
don't.
Yes, I when I want to be meticulous about something, I can be meticulous. So Fester texts me, all right, I'm in first class. How many mini liquor bottles can I steal? And then he says, I'm in first class because the ticket was expensive enough and it was only a few dollars more to upgrade to first. Can you explain that to me? And then why was Fester late? And it was something involving the pilot. And I guess they made this announcement because Fester texted this to me. How'd you end up in first class?
So I buy the ticket off of Delta.com, and it's a last-minute ticket.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those suck.
And the ticket was like
How much?
$725.
Oh, my God.
And I went to all of the...
That feels like you had stuff shoved up your butt against your will.
Oh,
I wish I had stuff. But
Fester, I would have used my miles for you. You should have told me.
It's okay.
No, you wouldn't have. You're
Yes,
not
I
using
would
our
have.
miles.
I have a lot of miles. I would have let you use them.
How
It's
many,
all right.
wait a minute, how many Delta miles do you have?
Couple 100,000.
Do you really?
Yeah. Because they've been sitting there for a long time and they don't expire.
Save that for like our trip to maybe Japan this summer.
Okay, that's not happening. But anyway,
Hold
Fester, you should have told me.
Hold on. What's not happening?
Well, we just talk about it all the time about using the miles to do stuff like that, and then it just doesn't work
also-
out. The miles are better used for something like this, like a last minute thing where they have seats available.
That's
or-
fine.
But also
Yeah.
the mileage cash-in is
It's terrible.
it's getting awful. Like you could get like a first class Delta One seat previously to an overseas destination for 125,000 miles or 150. I've seen some mileage deals where it used to be 150,000 miles. Now, like I've seen Delta asking like for 900,000 miles for something a couple of years ago that you might use 125,000 or 150,000 miles. Anyway, Michelle, they're your miles. If you wanted to donate them to Fester, listen, you can do whatever you want with your miles. I can't tell you what to do with your miles.
You're right. You're not the boss of me.
all right. Well, you
All
guys
right,
can argue
Fester.
about miles anyway.
So-
Anyway, the ticket was like $750.
That's a lot of money.
And
just,
then-
just to Atlanta?
and back.
I mean,
yep.
freaking Tampa to Atlanta, an hour flight?
Yeah. But I mean, it was,
Wow.
I bought the ticket,
Wow.
48 hours before,
Yeah.
so, okay. And I
But
was expecting that.
that's really getting raked.
And, I looked at some of the discount airlines. Like there's one out of Lakeland. I looked at Avello.
Oh, yeah. Velo's-
They didn't have the days didn't work. Or
Right.
like Breeze flies to Atlanta. The days didn't work.
We fly only on Monday at 11 a.m. We fly on Wednesday at 2 in the morning.
It's not
you know.
even that. It's
Yeah.
like 2 times a week.
I don't think Spirit flies to Atlanta.
Yeah, they do.
I don't.
No,
I don't,
they
Oh,
absolutely.
not on the
okay.
days you want it.
Maybe
anyway.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
None of the other
Okay.
schedules worked out.
All right, so you
Yeah,
buy an expensive Delta
Because
ticket.
if I would have taken today off, I could have gotten a ticket maybe for a couple of bucks less.
All right, so-
but it was
yeah.
So regular coach was expensive.
yes.
Okay.
And then like when you're buying the ticket, Delta prompts you on the screen.
Yeah, you see upgrade to
Yeah.
business class or first class for $129
Yeah.
or whatever.
It was like $49.
Oh, well, that was cheap.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean,
Oh, that means they had a lot of capacity. Were there empty seats last night in business class?
by the time the plane took off, business class there was First class was full.
Oh, no. There's
first class.
There's only one. It's only first class, and then Comfort Plus.
That's it.
All right,
Comfort Plus had some extra seats,
and then regular economy.
Yeah, economy had a third of the plane empty on the flight home, and first class was full.
Yeah, that's because the upgrades filled the seats. But it's so tough with Delta even getting an upgrade these days. So all right, so you end up paying really just $49.
$49. I was like, all right. I mean, by the time I'm throwing so much money at it anyway.
Okay,
what's the difference?
Right.
50 more bucks.
Yeah. No big deal. And so I got on first class on the way up and the way back.
Awesome.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Anyway,
all right, you're late coming back. You had a late flight. Your flight was supposed to leave, I think, at like 11 p.m., and then you were delayed. You didn't take off until after midnight, or
it was maybe like 11:40.
Okay, then you finally took off.
Maybe something around. It was
I can go
later.
back and look at Flight Radar 24 if you want.
And that's why it's sexting MJ.
I can even tell you.
You see how excited? Yeah, he's
look,
so
I've
into
never
it.
seen him this
I know.
excited.
I can even tell you all the waypoints.
He's laser focused.
All right, so this is what's interesting. The flight was delayed, and they made an announcement that what?
Once we're on board,
Yep.
the pilot comes on in that really low voice, this is your pilot speaking. We'd like to thank you for choosing Delta. And he says, thank you for your patience with the delay. As many of you already know, the original pilot had a family emergency.
Well, how does everyone already know that?
I guess they announced it at the gate, or that was the scuttlebutt at the gate, or somebody overheard it. And they saw, and I saw I was nowhere near the gate. I don't need to.
You were at some food stand.
And after
were they open or closed?
No, everything closed at 10 o'clock.
Oh, that's right. Late at Atlanta, which you'd think stuff would stay open because it's a very freaking busy airport. So the concessions all closed.
So 10 o'clock, everything's closed, and I'm not near everybody huddled around the gate. But I could see the pilot kind of briskly walk out.
So wait a minute. Was it?
He was on board.
Oh, so both the captain and the first officer, so the captain and the co-pilot, they were both on board, and the captain or one of the pilots. Do you know which one it was?
I don't know which one.
One of the pilots walked off the plane or walked away from the gate and left
in a hurry. I mean, he
wow.
through the little door.
Oh,
boom,
man.
walking the opposite way.
That'll put your flight behind schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so that's where there must have been something said, and then there was a scuttlebutt at the gate that one of the pilots had to leave for a family emergency. I mean, what do you think it was?
But Atlanta, everything's
you think the wife called, the Ninja air fryer exploded? I mean, what could the family emergency be?
Something. I mean, bad enough for him to not finish his flight.
Right. You didn't ask, Fester? You didn't. You're sitting in first. Maybe you're more entitled to an explanation.
I demand an answer.
Why wouldn't you ask the flight attendant? what was the family emergency?
I know, right? That's what you would have.
You should have said, my guy that I work with down in Tampa, he's going to want to know. Can you tell me?
Yeah, but pilots have family emergencies too.
Sure.
Pilots are people too.
Yeah.
Walk-a-doo.
They are.
All
people
right.
too.
Wow.
So anyway, it's a pretty unique reason for a delay.
It is.
Usually it's the weather or the engine waiting for maintenance or something.
Right. And the fact that they disclosed it to you, and they were able to find somebody so quickly to then take the spot.
Well, they have standby reserve pilots, and Atlanta is the biggest operation for Delta. So during the course of the schedule, I think they might even have, with the number of flights that Delta has in and out of Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson International Airport every day, I'm guessing in the crew lounge that they have reserve standby pilots and flight attendants that just in case, you've got a flight attendant that missed the connection and didn't make the flight, they can put a standby. You talk to, listen, I know the flight attendants and pilots, when they're very, very junior, that they have to do like reserve duty to be called in just in case. And sometimes they might be home, but I'm guessing at Delta Atlanta, they have folks that are just there.
Yeah, you tell that to all the people who are sitting there all the time, just stacked up, waiting for someone to show up, and when there was a big delay going on.
Anyway, so Fester has made it.
Fester's lucky.
You really let me down by not really finding out what the pilot's family emergency was. That's what I really want to know. You know what? You're slipping.
You know what?
I don't think
You
so.
let me down
Yeah.
How did I let you down?
about the booze answer.
Oh, you never texted him back how much he could steal?
Oh, yeah. Festa texts me. How many bottles of booze do you think I can?
Hold on. I set him up first. He's like, I was like, hey, I need your advice. And I knew that would get him. And he writes back, yes. Now I have undivided attention.
Oh, you do.
And then Fester texts me.
Hey, if I'm in first class, how many bottles of little booze can I swipe? I mean, I would have brought him one or two.
yeah.
But you're not going to be able to swipe them because in first class, they don't roll the beverage cart. Now, if you're in the regular cabin and the beverage cart comes down and you could be a sneaky little, son of a, and then like reach into the metal drawer and grab stuff, which I don't recommend
No,
that.
I don't want to do that.
But in first class, all that stuff is in the galley. They have to bring it to you.
Oh, I thought they would bring out the little pre-measured bottle and you can make your own drink like they would.
Yeah, they do. But
Okay.
you can't,
That's what he wanted to know.
You can't swipe it. They keep in first class. They keep those in the galley.
He'll just ask, like you do.
Well, that's what I'm
hey,
saying.
can I grab a couple
But
extra?
That wouldn't
hey, my
be,
guy down in Tampa's going to want a couple of these.
that wouldn't be swiping. That would be asking.
Yeah, but I'm trying. I was going to ask for all of them, but I wanted to know how many I could entitle myself to before they have to cut me off.
Before I take our break, because I don't want to run late here. We're already running late. Before I take the break, I was on a Delta flight where I was in first class.
Yeah.
And the flight attendant was very friendly. And I walked off the plane with like 12 mini bottles of Woodford Reserve Kentucky bourbon.
That's what I was hoping to do.
right? That's exactly. I'm thinking about.
I had to drink 2 bourbons on the flight because I ordered them.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
God.
went.
Were you toasted?
Yeah,
you were probably drunk because you don't drink.
Oh yeah, that's great. As his car is parked in the parking lot at Tampa International. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the morons in the news are next. Good pile, morons in minutes on the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM, Q105, 20% off. Yeah, that's not 20% off the entertainment value of today's MJ Morning Show. No. 20% off all standard services with zero res. Carpets dirty? Want to get your carpets cleaned the right way with ZR Water, a patented electrolyzed water process? That's what Zero Res uses. Zero Res stands for zero residue. The other carpet cleaning companies use the chemically soapy shampoos that leave a stench, big chemical smell for days. You breathe in what? Who knows? And they leave that residue that attracts dirt faster. With Zero Res, they use a patented electrolyzed water process to clean your carpet. Your carpets get cleaner. They stay cleaner longer with Zero Res. And right now, you mention me, MJ, and get 20% off. ZeroResTampaBay.com. ZeroResTampaBay.com, the right way to clean. Tell them that MJ sent you. Traffic's on and morons in the news next.
We are starting to see that volume.
6:43, running a few minutes late, but I'll try to squeeze it all in. Oh, incidentally, programming note: in about 2 hours at 8:40, T.J. Miller, the comedian, is going to be appearing this weekend, Friday and Saturday night, at the Funny Bone in Ybor. Yeah, coming to Tampa. So T.J. Miller. Of course, Ehrlich Bachman from the fantastic HBO series years ago, Silicon Valley. You know, Chloe's a fan of some of the movies he's been in. Chloe's got a whole list of questions. Maybe I'll have to conference call Chloe, and if the phones work. All right, but T.J. Miller will join us at 8:40 this morning, so stand by. All right, the early morons in the news. Let's start up in the Villages. This caught my attention. Chop house manager suspiciously quits job when bank deposits don't add up. Michelle, you were a teller for Navy Federal Credit Union in Virginia Beach for a while.
Yeah.
I'm sure you took some deposits, right?
Oh, yeah.
At that teller desk or whatever you call it, teller station. Yeah. Fester, listen to this one. A manager at a popular restaurant up in the Villages, you know, Florida's friendliest hometown.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, with Mr. Sticky Fingers over here. He suspiciously left his job at a time when the bank deposits were not quite adding up. Paul Baum, 55, facing felony charges of grand theft and fraud. Following his arrest, he was arrested late last week on Friday, according to the Sumter County Sheriff's deputies. So last month in January, a representative of the restaurant company, FMK Restaurant Group, contacted the sheriff's office when cash deposits that were made at Citizens First Bank were not part of the night drop from the Chop House restaurant. According to the arrest report, the money went missing between September 26th and November 28th, totaled about $7,300. So it seems that Mr. Manager was doing the skim.
Oh, come on,
Yeah,
man.
he was skimming the cash.
Doesn't this guy know that he has to actually do a refund?
That's like a skim operation in the count room, like in the movie Casino.
Listen, this is a terrible plan this guy had.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
He has to do a refund on cash transactions.
Yeah,
so the cash leaves the balance sheet,
Yes.
and then you pocket that cash.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So he also worked not only at FMK's The Chop House, he also worked at Harvest and Bluefin Grill,
Well, let's hear his whole resume.
and Brownwood.
Oh, well.
So I guess these are all restaurants that the FMK Restaurant Group owns up in the Villages.
Let me tell you what, he's going to get some brown wood in prison if he's in the right cell.
Oh, God. What is wrong with you?
I'm saying, I don't want anybody to know that I know a thing about Brownwood when I go to the clink.
What is wrong with you? Stop.
What you in for, Brownwood?
Stop.
Isn't he just going to ask him if he wants some brownwood?
Oh, you going to get it.
You got some pretty lips.
I don't ask if they want it.
So he was responsible for making deposits after he closed up at the end of the night. During the investigation into the missing moolah, Baum suddenly turned in his 2-week notice at the Chop House and said he had landed a job at another country club in the Villages. He worked for 2 more days, but then disappeared and did not work out the rest of his 2-week notice. He scrammed.
See, I'm morally opposed to 2-week notices.
Oh, why is that?
Because your job doesn't care about you.
Uh-huh.
I mean, think about it. If
That's true.
Your job doesn't give you a 2-week notice if they're going to fire you. Do they?
You are so right.
I mean, do they? I mean,
No.
who has a job where it's like, hey, listen, Michelle, we love you here, but it's just not working out. We're going to fire you in 2 weeks.
Please.
Yeah. Nobody gives you 2 weeks notice to fire. If every day if it's your last day, today's your last day.
Right.
Yeah, you don't give anybody 2 weeks notice.
He's doing the cash skim for a couple of months.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Yeah, I got sticky fingers and I'm stealing cash between the restaurant and the deposit at the bank. The little vault in the wall. The deposit? What do you call that thing?
The wall vault.
The wall vault. The bank deposit box where businesses could just stop by and put it in the wall like after hours after the bank closed. Yeah. So restaurant executives worked with the bank and the sheriff's office, and that led to them tracking down Baum and arresting him. And he was booked, and he did post a $12,000 $500 bond, and I guess
he had it.
He's flush with cash.
Yeah, he had at least $7,500 worth of it. I'm looking at his mugshot. What a dope. So, listen, what can you glean from this morons in the news story? If you work for a business and you're responsible for handling the cash or making the deposits, don't enact the skim because you'll probably get caught. Now, are there people out there that are, scot-free? Are there folks that have done a skim deal where they didn't get caught? I'm sure there is, but you really want to live your life wondering if, a cop's going to roll in and cuff and stuff you? I don't think so.
What is this moral moment with MJ?
Yeah, it is. It's a moral freaking moment.
Do
with
you
MJ.
really want to live your life in fear of the police walking in?
For some people, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, really?
Oh, man, I got another Florida moron story with visual aids. I'm about to hold a mugshot up to MJ TV. Holy schnitzel. Guy here in Florida owed back child support, accused of aiming gun at just some random driver, apparently, during a road rage incident.
Ooh.
And, oh, my God, you got to see this guy. So this happened up in Defuniak Springs.
The pride of the Panhandle.
I love to say Defuniak. Florida dude had a warrant already out for his arrest for failing to pay child support, facing charges after deputies say he was involved in a road rage incident over the weekend. Didn't even have a driver license. So
Whoa.
all right. So this guy's got a lot going for him.
Guy is a terrible person.
According to the
No license.
According to the Walton County Sheriff's Office up in the Panhandle, around 1 p.m. on Monday, somebody called 911 and reported a man pointing a firearm at them while they were traveling on a certain street. An officer with the Defuniak Springs Police Department spotted the suspect, identified as Blackie Alvarez, 33. The officer said Alvarez got out of the vehicle, pulled a handgun from his waistband, and placed it on top of the car. A law enforcement officer said he also had metal knuckles in his pockets as well. Brass knuckles?
Yeah, man.
He had metal knuckles. Investigators said that the victims were driving. Alvarez was speeding and honking at them. He then sped around them, came to a complete stop in front of the vehicle, took out a gun, and pointed it at them. So this is like a road rage incident. Was he behind them? He's honking, and he's a menace. Then pulls around them in front, slams on the brakes, full stops the car behind him, and then points a gun at the people. So then the cops say that this Alvarez guy had refused to speak with them. He was charged with 2 felony counts of false imprisonment by holding the people at gunpoint after pulling in front of them. I mean, couldn't that car go around and flee? And,
if a car jams in front of you, there's other cars around you possibly. Who knows the situation?
I don't know. I think he'd probably slam that thing in reverse if a guy's pulling out a gun.
Hit him.
All right, so he was charged with 2 felony counts of, run him over.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh, my, I'd run the, you're right. So he was hit with 2 felony counts of false imprisonment, 2 felony counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, 1 felony count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, 2 counts of unlawful carry of a concealed weapon. 1 is the brass knuckles, right?
And no license.
And then driving without a license.
Well, that's just a cherry on top.
Yeah. And he also had a warrant out for his arrest for failure to pay child support. I want to know, and I'm going to show you this. Fess, you're already looking at the guy's mugshot. Michelle, you haven't seen him, have you?
I haven't seen it.
All right, I'm going to hold this up to MJTV. I want to know what woman was attracted to this guy to have sex with him to produce a child, which then resulted in the need for child support. All right, I'm holding this up to MJTV. Andrew, is that clear? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What the living bleep is going on here?
He's a pretty creepy-looking guy.
Can you see this guy's mouth?
Ugh.
It's got, like, no teeth on the upper. Oh, Michelle, I'm going to hand you the picture. Michelle. Hold on, go back. Michelle, go back to your microphone.
Yeah, he'll hand you the printed copy.
I'm going to hand you the printed copy.
Oh, you have a color one.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had Andrew.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
There's a certain woman who's, turned on by a guy with no upper teeth.
All right, so.
No.
Yeah, if you want to check this out.
He is really scary looking.
Yeah, Fox 13 is the story locally. Just if you want to find this, just do a Google search. Fox 13, Florida man who owed back child support accused of aiming gun. Just type in those search terms, and Bailey, our intern, is looking at this guy. Bailey,
he's calling you tomorrow for a hot date, Bailey. What do you say?
That's pretty scary, isn't
Respectfully, no.
Respectfully, she's so polite.
It's a pass.
How do you get your teeth like that?
I don't know. I know, right? Oh.
You don't need them all.
Wait, do you think they were pulled out, like by a Dr. Childers, or do you think they were like knocked out?
Knocked out in a fight?
Yeah.
His bottom ones are awful too.
Yeah, this guy's a mess.
Like all rotted together.
Yeah, all right.
They're rotted together.
Morons in the news on the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, it's the 7 o'clock hour. We'll start like dabbling with some of the Savannah Guthrie stuff in the 7 o'clock. Man, there's so much false hope yesterday in the Savannah Guthrie story. Loaded 7 o'clock hour starts next here on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome, Miracle Toyota, to the MJ Morning Show. Hey, if you're in Polk County, Lakeland, Haines City, and you're looking for Toyota, a fabulous automotive brand, if you want a Toyota car, truck, SUV, and what a lineup, you want to head to Miracle Toyota, part of the Murphy Auto Group. A great operation, folks. They've got some cool stuff going on. Now, if you are remotely interested in buying a new Toyota this month, how about the Triple Double Sales Event? They are doubling dealer cash on select Tacomas and tripling the college grad or military rebate. This is great. Miracle Toyota, Haines City, Polk County, phenomenal offer here. Triple double rebate sales event. They're donating some money to your wallet. This is fantastic. Doubling the dealer cash on select Tacomas and then tripling the college grad or military rebate. Also, the diamond ring giveaway. Yeah, you could win a brand new diamond ring this Valentine's Day. Just follow at Miracle Toyota FL and then head to Miracle Toyota in person. There's a QR code. If you test drive any vehicle at Miracle Toyota, they will 10 times your entry. So there's just always something going on at Miracle Toyota. Haines City, tell them that MJ sent you. Hey, our good friends over at Two College Brothers want you to know that they got this. They got it. They have it would be more grammatically correct. But for the sake of this, hey, twocollegebrothers.com, they got it. They got you. They're going to help you move with ease, precision, great price. So how does this work? You're making a move. You got a new house you're moving into, a new condo, a new apartment, whatever. Across the state, across town, across the street. You call twocollegebrothers.com. Go to their website, get all the contact information, get a great quote. So you're going to get a great binding quote. They're not going to hose you around and try to upcharge you in the middle of the move. So you go to twocollegebrothers.com, you tell them MJ sent you. They'll give you a whole pile of free moving boxes to help with your move. They'll drop them off at your house. And then you book the move. And then you get a great move with qualified trained individuals, fully background checked. Over 1,100 five-star reviews. It's twocollegebrothers.com for your move or anybody you know that's moving. Twocollegebrothers.com. Tell them MJ sent you. 7 o'clock hour, MJ, next.
I-4 westbound is doing...
Almost 7:02 at the MJ Morning Show. MJ Fester back in studio from his trip up to South Carolina. Michelle Bailey, the intern. So the creepy guy that keeps asking, what days will Bailey be in the studio? I think he's watching MJ TV right now.
Yeah, she's here today.
All creeping over Bailey, the UT intern that we have.
I just had her move closer to me, so she's on the camera for sure.
Hey, can you guys close the door? Fester, you always walk out, you walk in, you leave the freaking door open.
I like the...
We're running around.
It's every single time. Just
I'm a big fan.
Close the door.
I'm a fan of ambient noises.
All right, so Michelle's got a new, I don't know, word bomb she's hitting me with.
I do?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you'll know what it is.
Oh, okay.
So why is it now if I ask you a question or I'm trying to engage in some kind of a meaningful conversation or debate, your new term is, that's a thinking trap. What the hell?
No, it's a thought trap.
I'm sorry, thought trap, excuse me. So where did you get this term, thought trap? What prompts you when I talk to you or we have a conversation or I invoke, some thoughts, try to engage with, what the hell is a thought trap
or thinking trap?
What is it?
It's a disorder. No. It's a distortion. It's a cognitive distortion, right? So it means like when you just have this way of being kind of irrational when you think about things.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I'm irrational when I think about things?
Irrational negative thought patterns.
What?
So it's like,
Jeez.
you immediately go to the negative.
How's that? What do you mean? Give me
I don't know.
Give me an
I
example.
can't. You know what? If you'd have told me to write it down when I said it to you, then I would remember. But it just happened. That's just your personality.
Thought trap, thinking. Where did you hear this term?
Is it something that once it's in your head, you can't get it out of your head, and you keep thinking and building it up to be something bigger than what it is?
Yes.
And it's always negative in that way?
Yes. So like hurricane season comes and it'll like the minute they say it on the news, like it's coming every year, and we've had a lot of years where nothing's happened. But then the minute it hits, he's like, I just hope we don't have a bad one. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna? We could have a really bad season.
Oh, so that's that's a thought trap,
right? And it just like goes around and around in your head.
You're exaggerating. I don't panic. Get out of here.
A thought trap is something when negative thoughts and feelings are drowning out positive ones.
Yes.
So people who live their life with an anxiety or a woe, they're in a thinking. It's called thinking traps.
Yes. Yes. And so it's like whatever.
That's what I said first. I'm
sorry.
I said thinking trap, and then you corrected me to thought trap.
So, what?
I'm in a correction trap, a wrong correction trap.
Or like, I don't know, just in, like if we're going on a vacation, you're like, well, what if I hope that plane's on time. What if we miss the next one? Oh my, and you start like anticipating all of the negative things that could happen. And I'm like, dude, there's another plane 2 hours later. I'm not worried about it. I know how to function and get us on the next flight or the next hotel or whatever.
What if the door plug blows out because it wasn't installed properly on the Boeing 737 MAX 9?
That's literally the only reason why I leave my seatbelt on the whole flight.
Hold after that incident.
That's it. I'm as soon as wheels up, seatbelt off. I don't care.
Right.
But after the door plug thing,
yeah.
Michelle, you are exaggerating. Why are you coming up with suddenly?
I didn't come up with it. We were watching a show, and it was The Pit. And the girl, and that's what happened. Somebody approached her and said something like negative about how the day was going to be, or I don't know, like with a particular patient. And she was like, don't do that. You're just going to get yourself into a little thought trap. And I thought, ooh, bingo, that's him. There you go.
So that's where you grab thought trap from.
Thinking trap, thought trap, yeah.
Which season, which episode of The Pit on HBO?
I think it was season 1.
And now, the HBO original series, The Pit.
And you think of like the worst. You think of the worst case scenarios.
Hey, Andrew, give me the HBO noise. Go ahead.
You think of the worst case scenario. So like in the traveling situation, you're always worried about something happening that prevents you from, getting on the next plane. And then what you will do is you will task me with, can you tell me what flights I can get on in case this one doesn't happen? And what about this? And can I drive here? What if I get a car? And I have to work out and like detail, 2 or 3 different backup options for you just in case, one flight doesn't, happen as it should. And I'm like, why am I doing all of this work when the likelihood of that happening is...
So, all right, so...
And now, the HBO original series, Michelle Won't Stop Busting MJ's Chops. top rated. All right, go ahead, Fester.
All right, so I just pulled up 6 common thinking traps to give a more practical
Thinking
explanation.
trap. All right, well, why don't you clarify?
All right, so if you go to work every day thinking you're going to be fired for a minor mistake,
That's a thinking trap.
like that anxiety that builds up of
Right.
thinking somebody's angry at you
That one he does a lot.
because
No, I don't. None of these. I don't think I'm getting fired.
No, you don't think you're getting fired.
thinking a friend or colleague is angry
Yeah,
with
so
you
they need me here more than I need
Okay,
them.
we're not talking about
Okay,
that.
whoa.
That's a different
sounds
issue.
like you're trying to justify your thinking trap. All or nothing, feeling like a failure because you make a small mistake on a project.
Right when
And
he
you harp on the one negative after the 99 positive.
right.
I'm just saying, Michelle's coming up late. In the last 6 months, Michelle's got all of these terms and descriptors. What was the other one that? MJ solving problems. What was that?
Solving problems that didn't exist.
Hold on, I wrote
Yes,
it down.
that's what Fester said.
Oh, no. MJ solving problems nobody complained about.
That's a little wordy now that I think about it. But that's not that's more of like what they would say is like you're standing on like a hill with like a superhero count. MJ solving problems. A thinking trap is actually a practical thing that people deal with.
You need reverb on that. Go ahead.
MJ solving problems nobody asked about.
There you go.
He can leap small buildings. Very small.
I don't know what's going on here, but as our relationship progresses, you're getting more critical of me.
No, it wasn't. Stop. Okay, you be quiet. It was not said in a way of being critical. I was trying to help you.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
You want to know the crazy thing? I think MJ is the cause of more thinking traps than the thinking trap B. He's a trapper.
Oh, yeah, that was some great English language
listen,
structure
like,
there.
When you personalize a thinking trap, you feel like your boss or somebody in the office doesn't like you because they don't say hello or acknowledge you in the hallway. Everybody's got their own stuff going on.
Yeah.
If I don't say hello to you this time, it doesn't mean I have anything pent up against you, but the person internalizes it and they go down this rabbit hole of negativity.
He does. It's so interesting because he has really thick skin.
Oh, great. I opened up, a Bash MJ segment here?
Okay, see, we're not bashing
I can
you.
see Andrew's smiling. This is going to be a best of segment.
No, all I was trying to do was help you. I was saying, don't think like that. You put yourself into a thinking trap. I said, get out of it. Move along. I was trying to be like, stop.
Overgeneralization. I'm guilty of this one.
Oh.
When you assume that all meetings at work are going to be awful because one was awful.
Yes.
And now they're all going to be awful.
Oh, here's another one. This is another one. This is Fester all day long. Another thinking trap. Thinking that the food is going to run out at the all-you-can-eat buffet.
Dude, that's a real fear, man. The old man used to tell me, eat now because you don't know when you're going to eat again. I'm like, that's true.
You don't know if they're going to have enough crab legs to replenish the snow crab.
Yes.
Grab them all. You know what? Take the entire
metal pan.
chafing dish out of the buffet and bring it back to your table.
I invented that move.
Okay, I'll give you another one.
Yes.
The minute we were told that about Julian, when I was pregnant, and they said his due date is July 12th, I think is what they said. And you immediately looked at me and go, oh, I hope it doesn't happen on July 4th. And I'm like, first of all, why is that a bad thing? But also,
what would it matter?
Right, he's so like you already like found a negative thing in your mind. It was something negative, and you were like saying it. And I'm like, first of all, who cares? And why are you thinking at this negative energy for whatever purpose? Like, and then he did happen on July 4th, and so I'm like, see, it's a great thing.
I thought that having a birthday on a holiday, like a Christmas birthday or a July 4th birthday, that maybe it took away from the birthday. And to be quite honest, it hasn't had that effect really at all.
No, but that was your first thought, was something that you internalized as being negative, and you put it out there to me, and I'm just like, and I knew the way you said it, you were thinking negatively, and I'm just like, why are you already thinking negatively? Like, literally, the doctor just told me, yes, you're pregnant, and the due date's July 12th. And your first thing was to have a negative reaction. I'm like, oh my gosh, please, buddy.
Is our 4th of July and Christmas like the only two big holidays that actually fall on a specific date? Other holidays seem like they float.
Yeah.
No, New Year's Day on January 1st
New Year's Day
does not float.
But
But three. Okay, so the three.
Okay, hold on. Andrew, Groundhog's Day is not a holiday.
Hey, Cinco de
Weirdo.
Mayo.
How do I get Andrew out of my
Cinco
ear?
de Mayo does not float.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, the Mexican Day. Yeah.
Oh, Halloween doesn't float.
Again, these aren't holidays.
Oh, you're talking about federally
But federal
observed holidays. Yeah,
Most federal holidays float.
yeah,
But
Labor Day.
to be born on 4th of July is much better. Much better than to be born on Christmas.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Hands
Yeah,
down. Absolutely. Are you done? Any more attacks on me today?
Right here. This is a thinking trap because you're taking
against
everything.
me. Everybody's attacking me.
And I'm not. I was trying to help you get out of it, just like the girl on the pitch. She was like, "Don't go there. Get out of that thought trap. You're just going to get caught up in a thought trap." And I thought, yes, that's what happens with you. And I thought, you know what? When I see that happening, I was going to try to help you. Move forward and get out of the negative space and get into a positive space. And now you're taking it negatively.
The Savannah Guthrie story, we will get into this during the long chunk because about 7:27 or so, 15 minutes from now, we will, as always, start over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. It is just content palooza every single morning. No music, no commercials. That's coming up. What a day yesterday. I will say this, for those that are listening now, hopefully you do listen to the long chunk because it's always just packed every single morning. But I feel my heart pours out. I can't imagine this roller coaster of emotions that Savannah Guthrie and the family are going through. Here, false hope that there was a detention of a possible suspect, all the breaking news, the questioning, search warrants being executed. You know what's going through their head? Oh, my God, a search warrant is being executed. A home is being searched in Pico de Gallo. What was the name of the place?
Queso de Gallo?
No,
Pico. Rancho Pico?
What's
Pico?
No,
Rio Rico?
Rio, that was it. Thank you, Michelle.
Isn't that wasn't that a night guy here for a while?
Rico Rio, which is south of Tucson by like 50 miles and just north of the Mexican border. The news broke that there was a search warrant, and you know what's going through the Guthrie's heads. Savannah's like, oh my God, search warrant. They're gonna find mom in the basement. James Gum is down there with night vision goggles, tucking his wang between his legs. Well, that's what I think of somebody being, held, in a well.
That's a thinking trap of how people are held captive.
And Precious falls down into the well. It places the lotion in the basket. I mean, that's the crap you think of. So the Guthrie family, I mean, the emotional roller coaster. I mean, and then to be told, nope, the guy we detained and the search warrant, nope, not a suspect. But how did they get to that point? I have thoughts on this. Man, I have a list. There are so many interesting little points with the whole Savannah Guthrie case. We'll get to that coming up in the next segment, the long segment. I mean, they even broke into the Olympics with an NBC News special report. David Muir, ABC World News Tonight, David Muir, they broke into ABC primetime programming with the Savannah Guthrie update on this guy being detained, and nothing happened. Hey, Bailey, let me ask you a question. Are you familiar with a term called, and Bailey's our intern from University of Tampa, are you familiar with vague posting? Have you heard the term vague posting? Because it seems to be, sort of in your generation's wheelhouse. It affects a lot of people. Have you heard the term vague posting?
I have not.
And I thought this was interesting. Vague posting is a big trend where people intentionally post crap on social media that's deliberately and intentionally confusing.
Dude, confusing?
Yeah. Yes. What, are you confused that I said confusing?
Yeah, but how do you post something? When you said vague posting, I thought it was like people who put on Facebook, oh, it's such a sad day. And like friends write back, oh, what's wrong? And they want to have people ask what's wrong. No. You can try to invent your own stuff in your head. No, if you search vague posting on X, formerly Twitter, people are not happy about this. People are pissed off
but you'll see that it refers to what is described as an open-ended social media post that gives no explanation as to what the individual is actually talking about.
Like when somebody says, "Oh, it's such a terrible day."
Mhm.
Like exactly what I said. Like dead ass on point what I said?
Yes.
What?
You're still drunk from your flight.
Shut up. No, it's
No.
I think you said
I think
vague posting.
Fester-
I told you exactly what it is, and you're like,
Yeah.
no, it's confusing. Oh.
Vague posting.
I mean, you have it written on a piece of paper in front of you, so it
So-
must be true.
You post something and the reader's like, what was that all about? And why you dropping like some crumbs, but you're not explaining what the hell you're talking about. And then you leave it hanging.
Or people say, here's what they do. Prayers for mom. You know, pray, you know, or and they're like, what's going on with mom? I have to feel a certain way now because your mom is going through something and you're not sharing. You know, hey, mom needs your prayers. My cousin needs your prayers. You know, then you have to write back. You know, the class prayer hands emoji. Is that effective? You know.
Yeah, is that enough?
But that's what vague posting is.
CeeLo
ju-
Green does a lot of it.
Oh, is that right?
CeeLo Green, yeah.
Who?
CeeLo Green. So like he posts the first time I'm me, after that I'm what you created. He posts a lot of things like that where fans are like, what does that even mean?
Or just something like where like, some people just don't know how to act. Like you've experienced something, and so then you post it as if everybody knows what just happened to you, and then everybody has to chime in and go, "Well, oh my gosh, what just happened? What did you just do?" Like,
So, like, somebody types on their post, I'm finally done with this.
Somebody types on air?
No, somebody types on their post.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
That's what I said.
All right.
And, like, if you give a vague, I'm finally done, over it.
yeah,
What's that mean? Over what?
your job.
Over my job, over your relationship, over this, over that, over
Right.
over eating spicy food? I mean, who knows?
Who knows? Right.
But that's vague posting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the phones are dead.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
That's not vague at all.
Your phones aren't working. Yeah, this is not vague. I mean,
Okay, we can handle this on a break.
This is specific
so
posting.
Hang on a minute. I'm dialing our 800-990-1047 on my cell phone.
Okay, let's see if Andrew
And
answers.
no, it's not even ringing in here. No, I'm calling us, and it's going into a black hole. Yeah. So I guess if they can't fix, I guess TJ Miller is calling my cell phone, and the whole interview is going to be done with me holding my phone to the microphone. Yep.
I'd actually like to hear that.
Yep. Phones are dead. Yeah. No, they're not working. Because I was gonna take calls on vague posting. So once again, our technical issues destroying the program. I will make it work.
So like somebody puts on Facebook or on X or on Instagram, I know who my real friends are now. What does that mean?
What is that? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it you or not you? I mean, you're the reader. Like, okay, am I still your friend? Like, did I do something?
Yeah.
Right.
Unexpected news today. And then you leave it, and then people have to comment.
Are you
know,
pregnant or are you dying?
Let me tell you.
Thoughts.
Let me tell you what's not vague. I'm calling Big Scary Ron right now. Tell him our phones aren't working.
Just
Yeah.
vague post. Tell us.
Hello, Big Scary Ron. It's the MJ Morning Show Live.
It is. Oh, thank you for letting me know you're live.
Yeah. You know why I'm calling?
You want to negotiate my talent fee?
No.
That is
No.
non-negotiable.
No. The phones are broken. The phones are not working. We're dead.
What did you do? What did you do to my phone system?
All right, Ron.
It's a good question.
Ron, dude, I'm at my wit's end. Wit's end.
Which end?
Yes.
Okay.
Wit's end. All right, we'll talk later. Thanks, Ron.
Okay. Bye.
Listen,
All right, when we get back, listen, the show's going to be great without the phones. Unless they can get them working, then it'll be even better. But no, we've got an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Now, the Savannah Guthrie thing, the pile of Guthrie today is immense, and there's just so many interesting, weird. I wanted to go to phones on that, but we'll keep you entertained, folks. The notes that I have, just the interesting and the spooky thing, the thing that ought to get you going. What?
yeah.
There's one particular item that's like, whoa, That is scary and creepy. What is it? We'll tell you next on the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM, Q105. If you are looking for the ultimate Valentine's Day gift for your loved one, guys, listen very carefully. IDC, International Diamond Center, with locations all over the Tampa Bay area. This is it. It's one-stop shop. How about an unbelievably gorgeous surprise gift for your loved one? Something meaningful, beautiful jewelry from International Diamond Center. The folks at IDC are going to make sure that all your bases are covered with roses, chocolates, a gift card for romantic dinner out. It's the ultimate Valentine's Day bundle. They put together special jewelry selections, Italian gold jewelry, diamond pendants, diamond earrings, stunning creations, folks, that will be remembered for years and years and years to come. And if you spend as little as $199, they'll give you roses, chocolates, and a gift card for Bascom's Chop House. They've got, Michelle, they've got all the bases covered. Everything's covered for you. This Valentine's Day, let the experts at International Diamond Center show you how to say I love you louder than ever. Or if you want, you can get a great financing option, 0 interest for 36 months. International Diamond Center, IDC, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota. And tell them that MJ sent you. Plan B air conditioning is kaput. Why? Because they changed the name to Air Rescue. Yeah, so Air Rescue has been around for over 70 years. Air Rescue has been a top name in air conditioning service, for decades and decades. So you have a Plan B air conditioning, which was started by Kenny Newman, and he was also, a partner in Air Rescue. They decided to consolidate the name, simplify things, so it's all Air Rescue now. Great service, the same high-trained technicians, the same great pricing, the same integrity and honesty. If you have any air conditioning woes, just get a hold of airrescue.com. If they are late, if they're not there when they say, you don't pay the diagnostic fee. If you mention me, MJ, they'll give you 10% off. It's airrescue.com for any air or heating issues. Airrescue.com. Tell them that MJ sent you. Genesis of Tampa. You know the news now, folks, that, hello, breaking news, hallelujah. Finally, a Genesis auto dealer in Hillsborough County, in Tampa. GenesisofTampa.com. Great operation. To show extra love for customers at Genesis of Tampa, they have a great Valentine's Day promotion. Test drive any vehicle February 12th through the 14th, and you'll get a free Valentine's themed T-shirt as well as $250 off your vehicle purchase. If you buy on the 14th, you'll get $250 to cover a dinner for two that night. This is great. The Genesis product is tremendous. People love Genesis vehicles. That's why a Genesis buyer keeps going back. They keep getting new Genesis. It's Genesis of Tampa at 275 and Bears. GenesisofTampa.com. Tell them that MJ sent you. Traffic's on. We start an hour, 20 minutes nonstop. MJ next.
Well, the Suncoast.
8:30 exactly. Don't worry. Yeah, I'm like 2 or 3 minutes past my target, but you always get the minutes on the other end, so we always go a little bit longer. All right. The phones might be working. I'm told, folks. Can we do a phone test before I get into the Savannah Guthrie thing? Could you please, folks, just help calm me down and please test the phones right now? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Could you please be my Zoloft?
Yeah.
What other psychotropic drugs can you think of? My Xanax.
Yeah, that's right.
Could you
be MJ Zanny bar?
Yeah, be my Zanny right now. All right, 800-990-1047. Please just call. The phones were dead since the beginning of the program. They might be working now. I am seeing phones ring. All right, 800-990-1047. Oh, look, we have 10 lines now coming in. All 10. You know what? This is such a lovely show of support. I want to thank you very much. I don't have time to have Andrew screen, so I'm just going to have to pick up calls. Hi, good morning. Who is this, please, on line 1?
This is David in Winter Haven.
Oh, David, thank you, buddy. You don't know how much this means for me for you to call in and help me in my time of need.
Yeah, man. Those phones suck, bro.
Yeah, yes, they do. But right now they are working. Thank you very much. Let me grab line 2. Hi, good morning, line 2. Who is this?
Renee.
Renee, where are you calling from?
St. Pete.
All right, Renee, thank you. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can.
All right, can you hear Michelle? Michelle, say hi to Renee.
Hello, Renee.
Hi, how are you?
All right, Festus, say hi to Renee.
Yo.
All right, Renee, thank you. All right, I'm not going to take any more.
Okay.
The phones work, but every single line lit up. All right, for now, the phones are working because I wanted to grab some calls. Folks, you can hang up now. So all the lines that I just dropped have already started ringing again. I highly appreciate you calling in. So good. We now have phones again, at least right now. I don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes.
Let's not look a gift horse in the mouth.
I think you're 100%
Is that
right.
appropriate for this?
Yeah,
don't know.
I
don't
think
know
it
if
is.
that's the right one.
All right, where do we start with the Savannah Guthrie thing? All right, listen. I can't even imagine what Savannah Guthrie and the family, what they're going through with this wrenching situation, the false hope from yesterday when they heard that there's a person of interest that's been detained. It was a traffic stop, right? There was a person of interest that was taken into custody and questioned during a traffic stop. And then early this morning, we heard that the person is not a person of interest anymore and that they are not detained and that they were released.
Who put the information out there that there was a person of interest even being questioned?
Well,
it doesn't sound like something the police would.
Dude, the cops pulled a car over and took somebody into custody and detained them and questioned them. So the police did this, and the police... Obviously, somebody said something to media. Local media got a hold of this. Then it spread to the national media.
They did acknowledge it.
Okay. They did. So, Michelle, what exactly did they say? They said...
that they had a person of interest and that they had detained them via a traffic stop. And then we saw the relative, which was apparently the mother-in-law, being questioned. They did say that they had a search warrant. They were searching the property that he apparently, I think, lived in. I'm not sure because they said it was the son-in-law of this woman, which was kind of unclear because then I also saw the electrical license for the person who seemed to be her age. So I'm not sure. And then
even during the Olympics,
right?
NBC News broke into the Olympic coverage last night.
Good evening. I'm Hallie Jackson, and we are coming on the air with a major development in the Nancy Guthrie case. NBC News is learning that a man has been detained by law enforcement for questioning in Nancy's disappearance. This is according to a person familiar with the matter. It comes just hours after the FBI released those images, that video of somebody in a mask, somebody who was armed at Nancy Guthrie's front door on the night of her disappearance. Here's what we don't know, whether the person detained is the person you are looking at here in that video.
Yep. So they busted in, and even ABC and David Muir busted in on ABC on whatever TV show they were running last night. And of course, the breaking news of a person of interest, which obviously just sent hope, adrenaline, just cascading through people's bloodstream, and certainly Savannah Guthrie and her family. Now it's been dashed.
What time did this break in?
It was about 9:15.
They were in the middle of High Potential. Good show.
It's about 9.
Good show, High Potential.
What, on ABC?
On ABC.
Yeah.
High Potential.
I don't have no idea what the hell that is.
It's like with the person who cleans up the police station.
Yeah.
She solves crimes, and now she's like a real cop.
Yeah.
Oh, that, you know what?
Yeah,
I
good.
Yeah.
And we like that actress. So
I would be pissed. She was on Always Sunny in
Yep.
Philadelphia. She was the daughter on Hacks.
Oh, she's the cleaning crew.
Yes.
Right.
The cleaning crew at the police station that is like some genius that solves crimes.
She's no cleaning crew anymore.
Tell you what.
Bring her out to Nancy Guthrie's house.
If you're counting on the cleaning crew here, the crime rate soars because I don't think the cleaning crew here, they can't even consistently empty the trash in our studio. Trust me, that's solving any.
All right.
Nobody's using it.
It's all right. Don't worry.
All right.
So the person of interest and the detention, and we have audio.
So let me just explain it because I'm reading about it. We all think it's like a traffic stop. Apparently, he has like a closed road that leads into his property, and so he was stopped as he was entering that road. And so, technically, it's a traffic stop, but it was like
private property.
Right. It was like at his, end of his driveway, so to speak.
So news breaks about a person of interest in the Savannah Guthrie deal, that a person has been detained, is being questioned in this Rio Rico, 50 miles south of Tucson. Reports were that the SWAT team and the bomb squad were headed that way. Search warrant to be executed on a house. This dude taken into custody from his car, being questioned. And now we find out that he's been released. And I've got audio, but this was all after another huge event yesterday that the doorbell camera actually did transmit data to Google. So this is the biggest item of all. That even when you think Google is not watching you, they are watching you. They are watching you.
This is like an unnecessary distraction to the whole case.
Oh, wow. This is massive.
All we've been saying is, well, there won't be any video. There won't be any video. And then all of a sudden, wait, how'd you get this video? Forget that there's actual footage of the captor. Forget that.
Or the lurker, whoever broke into the suspect in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie.
If you're wearing a ski mask in Tucson, Arizona, something is afoot.
Well, hold on a minute. The overnight temps are in the 40s. So,
Ski mask?
Okay. Yeah.
Ski mask.
Come on.
They're wearing bank robber ski masks.
I realize that.
Okay, I mean, it's really only criminals have that, or people who live like in Minnesota.
This is what's absolutely insane. This is nuts that we heard that there's not going to be any footage because the Nest camera, which is competition for the Ring camera, Nest is owned by Google. We were told there would be no surveillance video because Nancy Guthrie did not have the Google Nest security camera subscription, $10 a month, or if you do the whole year, they'll do it for $100. That's a savings of $20 a year if you go with the year package.
It's really a good value.
You know what? Now, it really is with all this. All right, so now we find out, and this is what's the stunning news. Oh, my God. this is the unbelievable news that even though Savannah Guthrie's mother did not have the Nest camera package to take the video, shoot it up to the cloud for, I think, 30 days, any movement detected by the Nest camera when you have the package, the upload package, it keeps the footage, I think, for 30 days. We have found out that Savannah Guthrie's mother did not have the package, but guess what? It was still recording and sending footage up to the cloud. And yesterday, Google engineers were able to retrieve it and provide it to the FBI. And allegedly, within hours of the Google engineers retrieving the footage that no one thought that they were supposed to have because they didn't have the subscription for the cloud package to save the security footage, suddenly Google pulls it out of their arses. They pull it out of their deep backroom drives and storage bins.
No, it wasn't that hard.
Oh.
They record everything, but allow you to see it for $10 a month.
If you pay.
Yeah.
All right, so
they have everything.
So here's the thing: when
go
the
ahead.
information came out, the statement was that they were able to get it because it was residual data in a back end system.
No.
And I'm like,
Hold on,
what is
Hang
that?
on.
What is that?
Say that again. Residual data?
They were able to retrieve residual data in a back end system.
Oh, man.
And I was like,
that's some IT mumbo jumbo right there.
I'm like, where's that goofy IT guy that used to like roam the office and tell you, how to hit delete and how to like hit send or whatever? So I looked it up and it refers to information that remains on storage media even after it has been nominally deleted, modified, or the storage device has been formatted.
No.
While the operating system or application can no longer see
Dexter.
this data and marks the spaces available, the actual data persists until it is overwritten by new data.
That
and
is
I
a
saw
lot
a guy
of
say,
that's a lot of nerd mumbo jumbo right
no
there.
doubt.
You lost me.
But you know what I saw? Then a guy came on, some again, like some little nerdy FBI tech guy or whatever, and he was like, you know what? When you hit that delete button, it doesn't really delete it, people.
Nothing deletes.
It's not gone until like something else happens like over it. And even then, sometimes it can still be retrieved. And I'm like,
Michelle, the massive story that the country has just been awakened to is that they're not supposed to have it, and they had it.
And they have it.
Wow. That is unbelievable.
But all this, I think now that they have everything.
Oh, they do.
On plenty of service that they can access at any time, and they're harvesting it for how much video do they have of you walking naked through your living room?
Oh my
gosh,
Fester.
How can that be used as blackmail or as a tool to extort people?
Hang on, we're just getting rolling on this because there's so many little pieces here.
And when this first came out, and they said she didn't have the package, there were rumblings Google has it, and there was like they'll never release it because it'll break any trust.
They don't want you to know they have it,
right?
And now everybody knows they have it,
and that's why it took 10 days for it to come out.
Because they're debating. Oh my God, should we release it? Oh my God, can we admit that we have the data when we're not supposed to have the data? Oh my God, is that what took 10 days for them to figure out?
Okay,
I'm having a short circuit.
We have it on video, but the president's involved. The president said he's going to do everything he can do. You don't think somebody from his office might have turned the screws to old Bezos?
Hang on, let me call. Let me take a call. What's the matter, Fester?
I'm just catching my breath after your short circuit.
Yeah. Watching you's fatiguing.
I was like, wow.
Let me grab a call. I think the phones are working now. Mike in Largo. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ. I'm calling because I'm a user of Google Nest devices. I have cameras and I have the doorbell on my house.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that system works is like when you have a camera without any subscription plan, you have access to live footage, live video. You can see what's happening right now on those cameras, right?
Right.
But then they have a subscription plan. The basic one allows you to access events from those cameras in the past 30 days.
Yeah, 30 days.
All right.
Right?
What if I told you?
Only
Hold
the
on,
events.
sir.
Hold on.
What if I told you whatever you're going to say is wrong? They have everything. Whatever you think they have
but
is a lie.
I'm getting there.
All right, go ahead.
Sir. So
Did you just call Fester sir?
you can only access events, right? But if you have a premium subscription, you can go all the way back to 60 days when it comes to events, but you can see everything that was recorded in the past 10 days.
Okay, what if I still said the same thing? Whatever confines you think justify a package is wrong. They have everything. And what if I told you they probably have everything from the second you plugged it in, sitting on a server?
Absolutely, I agree. They have it. Yeah. It's just with the different subscription plan, you're gaining access to it.
We said that.
Got it loud and clear.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you calling. I appreciate you checking in.
What if I said for 20 days you can watch it? That's the package. That's the package you pay for.
All right.
Right.
We have the still images and the video. So what were there? There were 6 stills that were released and then 3 video clips of the guy. We've got the guy with the ski mask on, the knit ski mask. He's got some kind of a jacket with like a stripe. What is that called? The zipper? How is it? What did you call it yesterday?
It's I call it like a contrasting, zipper. Because it contrasts with the rest of the jacket, right? It looks like it's lighter in color. It looks like it might be white against black, or gray against a dark blue. Or something.
The dude had a backpack that had seemingly some reflector patches up on the shoulder area. Mm-hmm. Then he had like this goofy, like old Western 6-shooter holster right over his crotch with a gun that didn't fit the holster. That was odd. And then, and I demoed this earlier, then he goes to Nancy Guthrie's flower bed, rips out some like flowers or vegetation, and then tries to block the Nest doorbell camera with leaves. I brought in some shrubbery. If you're watching MJTV, I'm simulating it right now. Hang on. I don't want you to see me on MJTV right now because I'm short-circuiting and having a phone system meltdown. So I'm holding up shrubbery to block the camera view on MJTV. I mean, dude, you got a huge back. I don't want to give out tips here, but you just bring some duct tape to cover the lens, or what do they do in the movies? They use spray paint,
What if he didn't know the camera was there? Because these Nest cameras have like a little light. This ring, the door. So he gets there, he sees the camera, and he just reaches for the shrubbery.
Well, that's what it seems
then he
like.
rips it out.
It seems like he walked up and then saw the cameras like, oh, crap, let me try to block the lens by grabbing some flowers out of Nancy's flower bed.
But here's the thing. For the whole week, we've been told it's somebody very close and knows because they took the cameras. They knew where the cameras were. They took them. And now
they
suddenly
took the one obvious camera that illuminates when you walk into this frame.
And we're watching it. And then all of the analysis is they're saying, oh, he looks like he really didn't realize there was going to be a Ring camera there. And I'm like, but for all week long, we've been told there was somebody who was close, somebody who knew. It was a maintenance worker or whatever.
Michelle, then we get to the gloves. And Michelle, what did you start seeing online, the discussion about the gloves? Because, it was all the talking heads, all these networks have all these experts and former police officers and former FBI agents. And, they all have like a bench, like 30 folks deep, so they can have round-the-clock coverage with all these experts sitting at home in their little home office with their plaques on the wall behind them and bowling trophies and all kinds of crap, right? And, I was listening to the experts. Oh, yeah, it appears they had, like, gloves on and maybe some rubber nitrile gloves over maybe a pair of leather gloves. No, Michelle found this last night. Tell us about the gloves.
That they're electrician gloves.
Yeah, they're like insulated electrician gloves. So like it's a thicker rubber glove. And what was the room? There was this is like totally unsubstantiated. But then And again, there's so much garbage going around on social media, so much wrong crap, as we discussed earlier. There were reports on X, people saying, yep, a medical evac helicopter is rushing an 84-year-old woman from this Pico de Gallo, Rico Rio, whatever, to a hospital in Tucson. That just a lot of erroneous information. And one of the stories, and we have no idea if this is factual, is that there was an electrician that did work on Nancy Guthrie's house. What was that about?
That was the initial information that they provided about the person who was being detained, is that he was an electrician who did work on her property in January. And so then when people were researching all of the gear that the guy had on, they were like, and those are electrician's gloves. And it's like, what?
The internet sleuths.
Yes.
Figure it out.
I mean, it's amazing what they start to. So I guess they had this guy's license, and initially some of them had posted his picture, but then they removed it because obviously, we don't want to have a mob scene going to attack somebody who's maybe now doesn't even look like was probably involved.
But the fact that people have recognized those gloves as these insulated black rubber thicker gloves that electricians do use. And then the story floating around, she had electrical work done. Could it have been the electrical worker that knew it was Savannah? I mean, who knows? We do not know. But, everyone's trying to come up with theories here. What we do know, and this has happened in the past, you do not, and Festa, this goes way back, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and everyone was talking about this on TV, all the cable channels. I was flipping around from Fox News to CNN to News Nation to MSNBC, whatever the hell they're called now. I'm flipping all over the place, right? And, all the folks are stating the obvious, that even if you can't see the face, that people will recognize the outline, the form of the individual, the mannerisms, how they walk, how they carry themselves.
Right.
And listen, we've talked about this for years, that when somebody robbed a 7-Eleven or a Wawa, Circle K, and they've got a mask on and they release the video, somebody that knows them, you don't need to see the face. You can just look at them from the back and you know who that is. So I got to believe with the revelation of the stills and the video from the Google Nest camera that wasn't supposed to be shooting video to the cloud but did, that somebody has got to recognize that individual. And that's what we were banking on. And then when you hear a person of interest was in police custody last night, it's like, oh, man, it worked. Tips came flooding in. That's X, that's Y, that's Z. And the cops are running down all these leads. And then we had additional bizarreness yesterday. In the middle of the police on the scene, they were doing additional searches and they were searching like neighbors' yards, and they were asking to go into neighbors' houses and yards to search in Annie Guthrie's neighborhood, which was bizarre. All the media, all the police activity, the crime scene, that was Nancy Guthrie's house. This is unbelievable. In the middle of all this, a Domino's pizza guy walks through the whole deal, past all the cops, past all the media, and goes to the door where we just saw the video of the guy that was trying to break into Nancy Guthrie's house. The Domino's pizza delivery guy rolls up with apparently 2 pizzas.
Wow.
Somebody ordered pizzas to the scene of the Nancy Guthrie situation.
I can tell you, I can't tell you who it was exactly, but it was a follower or a watcher of one of these independent reporters. And so, he has fans. There's a bunch of independent reporters out there just, staked out, not just the ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN.
Like news content creators?
Right, like YouTube, independent like sleuths, and they follow these, big scene crimes. And so this guy has a big following. He's on YouTube and he's doing his thing. And apparently some viewer, some follower sent him these 3 pizzas, and the Domino's pizza guy just walks right past the deputy sitting there in the car, up to the door, ringing the bell, and then walks back and is like, there's nobody in the house.
Nobody there.
This is insane. It's the pizza guy.
Who is it?
Mr. Pizza Guy.
Again?
Mr. Pizza Guy, sir. Order the double cheese and sausage.
Right here, dude.
You know what movie that is?
Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yes, sirree. Absolutely. It's the pizza guy. It's the pizza guy.
Is that Mr. Hand's class?
Yeah. By the way, the sausage and double cheese, that was a mistake because when they open up the pizza box and Mr. Hand starts saying, everyone get a good one, get a slice, everyone get a... if you look at the pizza, it's cheese only. There's no sausage on the pizza.
Oh.
So a little continuity problem from the great Fast Times at Ridgemont High, which, by the way, Michelle finally watched with me. I don't know if we addressed this, but we finally watched Fast Times at Ridgemont High, about a month ago?
Yeah.
And
did he rewind the Phoebe Cates scene?
So many times.
12 times, 15 times?
I mean, I look, she's beautiful.
I'm guilty.
Then, I could watch that a couple times, but I'm
really?
after a couple times, I'm like, dude, come on, let's move on here.
Unless somebody has a cigarette.
I did not like that movie. I mean, I shouldn't say I didn't like it. I just thought it was a little, depthless. It was
humor,
I'm a breakfast girl. Breakfast Club girl. Yeah.
How do you not like that? Come on.
There were some elements there. I think I remember some, pregnancy that was resolved and things like that. I'm just kind of like, at that age, like in this context, that's what was, you go from hot Phoebe Cates to like taking somebody to, Planned Parenthood. I'm like,
listen to this.
A lot going on.
That's a lot, big jump.
The Domino's pizza guy gets to walk right onto Savannah Guthrie's property, but Jake Tapper got removed.
Yeah.
I guess Jake Tapper stepped in the front lawn or something, and the cops, hustled him right off.
Well, here's the thing. They're looking...
By the way, Jake Tapper's from CNN.
They're looking for the Jake Tapper types, and they don't have their eye on the ball as far as the Domino's delivery guy.
It's the pizza guy. Pizza guy. It's the pizza guy.
As tragic as it is, that's a Super Bowl commercial for Domino's. I want to know that their delivery guys
can get right through a crime scene like the Savannah Guthrie mom crime scene.
Yep.
Holy crap. But all of the experts and, you got the doorbell camera, the Nest camera from Google. Okay, welcome back to CNN. We now have Jeremy. Jeremy once worked at the Best Buy in Tucson and helped numerous customers with questions about the Nest doorbell camera. Jeremy, welcome to CNN.
Yeah, hey, thanks a lot.
God.
Big fan. So with Nancy Guthrie and the video that Google has been sitting on, they knew from the second that it was their brand that they had it.
It seems that way.
They knew.
Yeah.
When did the FBI get it?
Again, that's the biggest story here is that when you don't think Google's watching you or when you think that Google doesn't have your data, they do.
A lot of folks have the Nest cameras throughout their house,
right?
Throughout their yard. Think about how casually you walk around your house from time to time. They have all that footage.
All right, George in St. Pete. Hold that thought, Michelle. George in St. Pete. Hello.
Hey, do you remember back in the 70s when we all had our CB radios? If somebody was transmitting with a linear going a little bit higher wattage than you're allowed to have, the FCC had directional antennas. They would drive around and trying to track down where these people are at. Why don't they do something like this with this lady's pacemaker? It is transmitting a signal.
Yeah.
I don't know how many feet it actually goes. There's got to be some type of high-tech military thing that can pick up a signal.
Yeah.
If they're walking neighborhoods.
Listen, I don't know, but I got to believe that the FBI, law enforcement, that they're doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that they haven't told us about. That's an absolute given. But listen, that's a good point, George. Thank you, man. I do appreciate it. The question is, if video were released in a case such as this, and you see the masked individual and you recognize the individual without seeing the face, you recognize maybe just the eyes through the eye hole, just the form factor, the shape of the individual, would you call and turn them in? It's your next door neighbor, it's a relative, it's a brother-in-law. I mean,
absolutely.
But the thing is, at what threshold?
Yeah.
If it's your father, do you call him in?
Yeah. At what? The question is, whose crime do you cover?
Yeah. So it's the threshold. So the video comes out, and you recognize the person just because of mannerisms, body shape, movement. Just who it is.
Like Michelle, if it were you, I wouldn't turn you in. I don't know.
That's where I'm headed with this.
Now, if it were MJ.
What's the threshold? So if it's your brother, do you turn him in? If it's your father, do you turn him in? If it's the next door neighbor, hell yeah. If it's somebody at work, the attorney,
Yes.
Yeah.
You do.
I mean, think about crimes in recent history. Charlie Kirk's assassin, the father found out his son
that's right.
did it.
The father turned in the son. Yes.
I think, I'll cover for my son no matter what.
Yeah.
No, if your son does something like that, and he was in law enforcement, the right thing to do is but if you recognize the person at what threshold, I mean, I'm, not the biggest scumbag, but I'm a mild scumbag. I would cover for a certain degree of friend.
Right.
I mean, Bailey's not at that level. I mean, if it were you, Bailey, I'd be like, I know who that is. That's Bailey.
I would cover for Bailey.
But you would. But yeah, I'd cover for you, Meech.
There you go.
But not MJ. It's so weird.
No, nobody's covering for him.
Nobody's covering for him.
I think one of the most interesting things that I found from yesterday was, remember, we kept looking at that backpack, and everybody, and even the people who are the analysts on TV are like, it's packed full and it looks a little bulky. It looks like it's got some weight to it. And we're all thinking, like, what is in there? What did he bring, to this crime scene that he's getting ready to perpetrate? He didn't bring, electrical tape. He didn't bring, whatever. And you know what they're saying it is? It's a restraint kit.
Like rope
and duct tape, zip ties, rope, anything that he thought he would need, any item to subdue Nancy. And I'm like, that's a thing. It's called a restraint kit.
You know what was weird, though? And Michelle and I talked about this, that the video came out and was released to all media by the FBI. Why didn't they have a press conference yesterday to introduce the video? Typically, you would do that. That was kind of weird that there was no presser.
Because they don't want to answer any other questions.
Maybe that's what it's. Yeah, Bailey?
Do they have video of Nancy getting out of the house?
No.
Just him entering it?
They said that there's more to come, but then nothing ever came out. So we don't know if there is something.
Wasn't there some rooftop camera potentially?
Yes.
Anyway, the bottom line here, Bailey, is that the perp that we see on the video, that's the video that was captured and shot to the Google Nest cloud before he disabled the front doorbell, the Nest camera.
Oh, so he eventually disabled it.
Oh yeah, he ripped it. He ripped it off. It's gone. All that is the mounting bracket is all that's left on the door frame at the front door.
Let's not say disabled it is like some technical thing,
right?
Like we're in Mission Impossible. He just took it and grabbed it and ripped it off of its mounting.
Yeah, but the backpack, Michelle, it looked like the backpack this guy was wearing was stuffed.
I mean, what does it have? Cliff bars?
Yeah.
Or Gatorades, or but no, that's what they're saying. It's a restraint kit.
Well, I think a backpack.
Backpack.
Yeah.
On the backpack, loaded up with things and knickknacks too.
Yeah.
Anything that you might need, I got inside for you. Backpack.
Yeah, a little Dora the Explorer to lighten things up on the MJ Morning Show. Yeah.
He should have sung that when he was waking her up from her slumber as a little soft wake up.
Just bizarre. Beyond description, folks. I hope there's more to come. I hope there's more video. Oh, and then there was some light, they think, coming out of the dude's mouth. And some people said that he had a bite light where you have a flashlight that you put in your mouth and you can, instead of having like the headband flashlight or using your hands, that Michelle, did you look up the bite lights like on Amazon or?
No, I did not. But they're saying again that's something that electricians commonly use. So all signs were kind of pointing in this direction, and I mean it's fizzled.
Wow. So 2 other pieces of audio, then we got to move on here. But again, the big news that comes out of this is that Google was not supposed to have the footage, and they had it. No subscription. You had no indication. You had no sense that Google would have this data because you didn't subscribe to the cloud storage service. And even with no subscription, Google had the video. That is stunning, massive breaking news. So just a couple of additional bites here. So the detention of the guy last night that has since been released, the person of interest, which everyone thought, my God, breaking the case. Hours after the video was released, someone recognized him. Somebody rolled in a tip. They got a guy, and now the guy's not a suspect. So now, are they chasing other potential? I got to believe the tips came in with names and possible suspects because of the body shape or any type of recognition. But is it the mother? The mother of the guy that was detained, I guess it was her house that the search warrant was. I'm sorry, it's the mother-in-law. Mm-hmm. So this lady's daughter is married to the guy that was a person of interest that has since been released.
Like I told him, we're not hiding anything. I give him permission. You can go and search.
So she's telling the cops, we're not hiding anything.
There's nothing in my house. You won't find anything because we don't have nothing to hide.
There's nothing in the house. We have nothing to hide.
It's your son-in-law.
Yeah,
who
my
they
son.
took away.
Yeah.
And Carlos and
Carlos.
his last name?
Carlos was the guy that was detained, the son-in-law of this lady.
Carlos, yeah. He has nothing to do with that
Did he
either.
ever say anything about Nancy Guthrie?
Nothing. We never, like I told the FBI, the investigator, if I knew anything about her, I said I saw her on Facebook, but I didn't read what was going on with her.
So she said she saw it on Facebook, but then later on in this same audio bite, she's like, I don't know who Savannah Guthrie is, or,
Because I don't know her, and I don't have the right to. I mean, if I don't know anybody, I won't read the story. I just go over, keep on going on the phone. Because I don't know her.
So how did this all happen?
I don't know. Somebody.
Were you home when this thing?
No, I was coming from Tucson.
So the cops just roll in and execute a search warrant on the house.
I understand what she meant. I mean, she sees it on her social media feed. She's been exposed to it, but she isn't drawn to it because she knows who Savannah Guthrie is. She's drawn to it because it's somebody in her kind of neighborhood-ish.
Now here's Carlos, the guy that was detained by the FBI and the police.
What happened?
They arrested me for kidnapping, which I don't know what's going on.
So what? How did this?
I'm from Rio Rico, as you can see, and it's Pima County Sheriff's.
And so what? How did this all start? How did they stop you here? You were driving here,
No,
or
my wife was driving.
Your wife was driving
because they were following me. And once I saw they were following me, I pulled over. They didn't even have to put a traffic stop or anything. I got off the car, and they arrested me as soon as I got out the car. They didn't even tell me what was going on until the detectives got here, like 2 hours before I got arrested.
Wow.
And then the detectives got here. It was the FBI agent in Santa Cruz County, and they told me I was being detained for kidnapping. And I asked them, like, well, kidnapping of who? And they told me this lady, I don't know her name. And
Nancy Guthrie?
Yeah, that's her. And I told them I work in Tucson for GLS. I might have delivered a package to your house, but I never kidnapped anybody. They hold me from like 4 to right now.
Yeah,
so it was about 4 o'clock.
From
They're holding you to right now.
4 o'clock, they held the guy. I guess he's a package delivery guy.
Right, he's not even the electrician.
Yeah.
This just goes to show how desperate they are. How they really have no clue as to what the hell's going on.
Wow.
So what's going through your head when they're telling you kidnapped somebody?
Yeah, bro, I'm facing life. I'm gonna lose everything.
And so they have all this. They detain you. You're here for hours. And what did they just tell you?
That I'm free to go.
Free to go.
Yeah, and Pima County, they already cleared me, but the FBI, they might not or something like that. I don't know. I'm still like.
So Pima County's let you go. They said the FBI may be in contact with you or something like that.
They didn't say something like that. They just the detective in charge right here. I don't remember his name. He told me that they're not looking into me no more, but somebody else might.
Oh, gee, this is crazy.
That's just cop mumbo jumbo when they realize they made a mistake. Or maybe it's not a mistake. Maybe it's just exhausting an avenue.
Right.
But first thing they did was arrest this guy, and they assumed he was involved. And then okay, well, you're free to go.
And then finally on this, before we move on, apparently there was activity in the Bitcoin account.
Yeah.
So TMZ claims that somewhere around $300 went into the Bitcoin account where they had demanded the $6 million or $4 million initially, then $6 million in the second ransom note. So what was that? Was that just a test to make sure the account was working? Did whoever was trying to see if they're going to get the $4 or $6 million bucks, did they have someone put $300 in just to make sure it was showing up in the account? I mean, just a lot of weird stuff going on. Michelle, did you see anything else on the $300 out there?
No, just that it was. They think it might be like a little test, right? Like how Venmo sometimes does like the 1 cent thing.
Yeah.
They think, $300. They just kind of move that.
Oh yeah.
In just to see like is the account. Yeah, and also possibly to see like how it's being followed or monitored. Maybe that'll tell the ransom requesters some type of information.
Has there been any proof of life?
No. there's been, and that's the issue. It's like, do you fork over $6 million if there's been absolutely no proof of life? What a story. All right. Anything that breaks, obviously, we'll bring it to you as soon as possible. Looking forward to T.J. Miller, the comedian. He was Erlich Bachman on Silicon Valley on HBO. That was the best character ever on that show, and he didn't last the whole time. So T.J. Miller's going to be on with us in about 30 minutes. T.J. Miller's coming to town. He's going to be at the Funny Bone Comedy Club in Ybor. 2 shows this Friday night and 2 shows Saturday night. And I love T.J. Miller. We don't do a lot of comedians on this show, but I love T.J. Miller. So does my kids love him, too. Because Chloe's, do you have all the movies Chloe wants me to ask him about? Do you have it's in the family text. Yeah, so I haven't seen the movies that Chloe was talking about. So T.J. Miller is on the way. Who am I grabbing? I'm grabbing Anne-Marie. Emery. All right, Emery, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Emery.
Hey, good morning, MJ.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to personally tell you thank you very much. You talk about this tipping a lot, and you've single-handedly saved, well, you're going to because I just started doing it, saving me a lot of money because every time I see a receipt that has the tip line, I always feel guilty, and I feel like I got to give them something or whatever. And, you single-handedly are going to save me a ton of money because I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to go on the MJ tipping, strategy.
Yeah, MJ tipping protocol and strategy. All right, I guess we've transitioned. I guess we've now segued. All right, so you're thanking me for my years of bitching and moaning about the ridiculous tipping culture where everyone's got their hands out for a tip, where if you go to a restaurant where you pick up your own order, they hand you a bag over the counter and they expect a tip. And I'm like, no. The ridiculous tipping culture that exists where everyone seems to have their hands out. And you know what? People are fed up with it. So my question for you, Emery, is what the hell took you so long? Why couldn't you make this decision on your own? Why did I have to prompt you?
I mean, I've been thinking about it for a long time. I mean, there's times where I've not tipped and did the MJ protocol, but when you see that tip line, it's guilt tipping. I swear.
Yeah, that's what it's called. It is.
Yeah, the guilt's your fault,
when you
Emery.
Think about it. This helped me. When you go to Publix and get a sub, they're not asking you for a tip. You don't get a receipt that says it has a tip line. So when you go to another sub shop and buy another sub, they give you a receipt and it has the tip line.
Yeah. My rule for tipping is if someone goes above and beyond and performs a service. So in a restaurant scenario, you sit down. They bring you water. They bring you the menu. They serve you. They bring you the food. That's where you tip. You don't tip at a fast food restaurant where you're picking your own crap up. All right, Emery, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right. I'm still just blown away, guys, that when you think Google's not watching, they are. That is the biggest freaking... That affects more people now than anything that we've discussed.
Is this a net negative for Google?
Yeah.
And for Ring, for all of them. Yeah. Although I saw the Ring guy came out and he was like, no, we don't do it like that.
What else is he going to say?
Right.
Hey,
and I'm like,
I have audio on him.
Yeah.
The guy's name is Jamie, right? Hang on, let me find the Jamie audio. Yeah, Jamie Siminoff. He's the dude that invented Ring. Didn't he show up on Shark Tank and they threw him off?
Yeah.
Wasn't that guy, the Ring camera guy, Jamie? I think he was a Shark Tank failure that the shark sent them on his way, and he's turned it into a bill. Who bought it? Who bought Amazon, right?
He was rejected. He was seeking $700,000 for 10%, and he was rejected by the sharks in 2013.
Yeah, and didn't he sell it to Amazon for a fortune? Was it billions?
He sold it for over $1 billion in 2018.
To Amazon, right?
Amazon, yeah.
Yes. Unbelievable. All right, so here's Jamie Siminoff. So this dude is the founder of the Ring camera, the competition for, let's face it, there are many more Ring cameras. Ring, I'm sure, has a much larger percentage of the doorbell video surveillance market than the Nest camera from Google, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure market share is larger. All right, here's Jamie, because he was asked about this.
I mean, definitely hard to speculate on something like this because, everybody builds their systems differently. What I will say is that part of the importance of how we've built the cameras at Ring and cameras like what you're seeing here is that they do broadcast to a cloud backup. And so, what you are seeing is that, even with the destruction of the camera, they were able to then, recover footage. And I don't want to speculate exactly like what happened or what subscription they had or whatever. I think there's a lot of probably information out there that we don't know. But it does seem like this video footage might be the best evidence so far, and it shows why it is just so important to have these cameras. With Ring, if you don't have a subscription, if you don't have a recording, we would not have the data in the cloud to be able to recover this. So with Ring, in order to protect our customers' privacy, if you don't want the recordings, we don't have them. They don't exist. But with a subscription, for sure, they would exist. And again, what we're seeing here is just how important this video evidence seems to be, and I hope it helps lead to Nancy's recovery. It's just such a tragic case.
I'm watching Fester's mouth, I believe the word liar.
Liar.
You
liar.
You don't believe Jamie, the Ring founder?
No.
That they don't have the video?
They have it all. I now believe they have it all until where I gave them where I might have initially given them some trust. Now there's zero trust, and they need to show me how they don't have it. I believe everything that camera picks up is saved probably in perpetuity.
Listen, I remember some years ago, people were freaked out. I'm trying to remember when this was. Maybe 10 years ago, maybe a little longer. Remember the story came out that the FBI and the CIA and the NSA, that they could surveil you on your cell phone, that they had a way to turn on the mic and the camera on your cell phone, and you don't ever know about it.
Dude, they don't want to turn the camera on my phone.
Right. Hold on.
They don't.
I remember some time ago, there were, folks, you might want to look this up. You might want to Google this. But I remember reading stories, and I'm not talking about far-fetched conspiracy garbage, that even if your phone was off, even if your phone was powered off, that the government spooks could access your phone even if it was off. And they could turn your camera on and your microphone on, and you'd never even know it.
You'd never know. And the thing about all these services where like Amazon Photos, where you can have unlimited storage, those photos don't belong to you anymore. They are on their site. They have them. Wow.
I just looked back at my Ring camera because I have a Ring camera at my college house.
Yeah.
And I can see all the footage that's ever been taken the entire time I've had it. So since August.
So not just 30 days or 60 days.
No, I can see everything. I just clicked on a random day in November and I can see all the movement.
Really? Wow. All right. One more audio bite from this Jamie Siminoff, the Ring doorbell founder.
Again, I wouldn't want to speculate. Maybe we're wrong and that she did have some sort of subscription. Again, we're getting a lot of in these cases.
No, the story is they didn't have a subscription.
Nobody's come out and said, "Hey, we were wrong. She actually does."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, I wouldn't want to speculate. Maybe we're wrong and that she did have some sort of subscription. Again, we're getting a lot of in these cases. I've found that a lot of the things that we're hearing are not always correct, and we find out later what's actually happening. I do know with Ring specifically, if you delete a recording or if you don't want a recording, you don't have a subscription, we do not have it stored. I know that because I built the systems with my team. But again, I'm happy to see here that, for whatever the reason was that they were able to, with this camera, recover this, because I do think this evidence is hopefully going to lead to a solution here to this really just tragic case.
Let me ask you a question. With the whole Savannah Guthrie mama kidnapping, does this get more people to go get Ring and Nest doorbell cameras? Or do people freak out that, At least Google has your stuff when you don't know they have your stuff. Yes, Andrew wants to weigh in.
No, I was just going to suggest, is this a selling point for Google that even if you don't subscribe,
we got your ass covered. We got your back.
See, this is such an affordable option for home surveillance. It's not a lot of money, and the subscription's not a lot of money, as opposed to, remember those big cameras you have to have a server in your house or a computer hard drive in a closet that saved everything. And so it's easy for a lot of folks, but they have it all.
On the Savannah Guthrie front, before I move on again, will we have new breaking news today? What is the next chunk of like earth-shattering breaking news that might come out? You know, because it's just been surprise stuff. When we least expect it, we're getting information. The video came out. Then we have, the false hope with the detention of this guy last night. Yeah, Bailey.
It says on Google that if you delete video on Ring, it deletes from your account.
No, Nest.
But I'm talking about the guy for the Ring.
You're not talking about the Google Nest. You're talking about the Google search. All right, okay, go ahead. On Ring, go.
And it says that if law enforcement requires or requests that they can, Ring will hold the data for 90 to 180 days. So if he said that once it deletes, it says that their people can get it back.
But I think what he's saying is if you don't have the subscription, they don't have the video like what Google Nest just had.
I think what she's reading overrides that statement.
Yeah. It's all lies. They have everything.
Liars!
They have everything. Every time you walk naked from your bathroom to your bedroom after a shower, they have it. Every time you fool around on the couch, they have it.
Yeah, this is big.
Every time I whiz in the front yard, they have it.
All right. Britney Spears apparently has sold her music catalog for $200 million or somewhere in that range. But wait a sec. Did Britney Spears have the publishing rights? Like the biggest.
She must have.
I don't know. I need you to look this up, Michelle. Or Michelle, you're and I'll tell you what, Michelle and Bailey, you guys look this up. So I want to know the biggest songs that Britney Spears ever did were Baby One More Time, right?
Yes.
Hit Me Baby One More Time and Oops, I Did It Again. Can you look up both those songs? And Andrew, if you want to also search, three brains on this. Who wrote Baby One More Time by Britney Spears? Who wrote Oops, I Did It Again? Who wrote Toxic?
Baby One More Time was written by the Swedish songwriter Max Martin.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So
I think he did a lot of them.
Okay. So why would Britney Spears? Does
she not get credit for being the singer?
She does. I don't know exactly how that works, but the bulk of the money, it's the publishing rights. That's why it's always the money move is you want to be in on the publishing. And if you looked at an old record or a CD and you looked at the liner notes and it would have like in parentheses like a name or a couple of names, those are the songwriters and those are the people that get the most of the royalty. So, Britney Spears' music catalog might have been sold, and the number, the company that bought it is Primary Wave. And they own other stuff. I'll tell you about that in a second. But Primary Wave has paid approximately $200 million, according to a source. They were granted anonymity to discuss the confidential matter. So this is apparently a leak that occurred. But Spears' debut album in 1999, Oops, I Did It Again, Baby One More Time, Gimme More, Circus, Not a Girl. Now, I know that Britney has, I think her name's on some songs.
Well, we did this just a couple weeks ago when we were talking about, I don't even remember what we were talking about.
I'll tell you what we were talking. We were talking about that there was a story out that she was broke.
Right.
There was a story out that she's gone through her alleged like $60 or $80 million fortune. And there was a story about her friends were very concerned that she had blown through all her money. And here we are a couple of weeks later, and that Britney Spears' music catalog sold for $200 million. But I don't know how much of that she gets.
Okay, so after a little research with artificial intelligence.
Okay.
There's master recordings.
Yep.
And there's publishing rights.
Yes.
And those are two separate things.
Okay.
Britney Spears sold 100% of her publishing rights and
you mean
artist royalties.
You mean the master recording rights?
No.
Okay.
No, listen.
She sold 100% of her publishing rights and and artist royalties to Primary Wave for $200 million. Included is Toxic, Hit Me Baby One More Time, Oops, I Did It Again, as well as some unreleased demos and instrumental versions. All right, then there's the master recording rights, which are owned by Sony Music and Jive Records.
Okay, and that's
historically
also...
they've owned and continue to hold the original master recordings of her discography.
Right, and that's where, didn't Taylor Swift get into the master recording deal issue with
Scooter Braun?
Yeah, there was something with the master recordings. But being in radio, I've always heard that the biggest money is in the publishing. Who owns the publishing rights? Those who actually wrote the songs.
She just sold her share.
That doesn't make sense to me.
It's a pie. Everybody gets a pie, and if I sell
you're telling me that Britney's pie was $200 million
over the course of a lifetime?
I don't know.
Sony owns the masters. Spears previously owned a share of the artist royalties generated by these recordings. These royalty shares were included in her recent sale.
Yeah, so some of the big catalogs that changed hands, Bob Dylan sold all of his recorded music to Sony back in 2022. Yeah,
sell it to Sony.
Yeah, sell them songs to Sony. And let's see. Bob Dylan sold his recorded music to Sony in 2022. Sold the entire catalog in 2020 to Universal. And then Bruce Springsteen, he sold his entire catalog to Sony for $500 million. That's Springsteen in 2021. Primary Wave, the company that just bought Britney Spears stuff, and again, I don't have a full picture on how the pie's split and who really gets what, but Primary Wave, they bought Stevie Nicks' music rights.
Only 80% though she sold.
All right, and then Prince, the estate of Prince, they sold the rights to this Primary Wave, also Biggie Smalls. And what about Queen? I think Queen might have been the biggest deal of all. Wasn't Queen like over $1 billion deal?
Who'd they sell to?
Look it up. I'm sure the Googles will tell you in just a matter of a moment. Sony. Yeah, here. Queen has sold their music catalog, including recording, publishing, and name and likeness rights to Sony Music. That was a deal valued at over $1.27 billion. And that story came out back in June of 2024.
Oh, a lot of money.
Yes, it was.
For Freddie.
Money out the wazoo.
Good for Britney. That's what Britney needs. She needs $200 million of gasoline to put on her fire.
There you go.
Good for her.
Yep.
You know what? We got so involved in the whole Savannah Guthrie thing, and it was just so much stuff that I forgot to do my item I was supposed to do at 7:45.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so it's 8:28.
Uh-oh.
Running a little late. This is pretty interesting. New research is out, and nearly 1 in 3 are embarrassed regarding the state of their car. So, Fester, you have a brand new Veterans Ford F-150.
Right.
What do you have, the XLT?
Yeah.
Is that your trim package?
Yeah.
So I know you're not embarrassed by your car now, but the question is, with your 2010 Cadillac DTS, with the paint peeling off, leaking windows, I mean, all kinds of, were you embarrassed by that car?
No.
Not at all?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Absolutely not. Yeah, forget that. I've never been embarrassed of any car.
Yeah.
Cars are just tools.
Yep.
So new research is out that nearly 1 in 3 are embarrassed at the state of their car. You think that's right? You think that's low? You think that's high?
I think 1 in 3 is a little high. I mean, just look at.
Well, hang on. It's nearly 1 in 3, so it's a fraction. it's a little less. It could be 0.72%. You know,
I would think it's more like 1 in 8,
Yeah.
1 in 10. I mean, what's embarrassed? Is it embarrassed because it needs a wash,
Right.
or embarrassed because you're genuinely driving a jalopy?
It's
Because there's food inside that's like rotting and
yeah.
You got a Taco Bell crunchy taco slip between the seats like 8 months ago.
It's not crunchy anymore.
Yeah, no. It's maybe the condition of the car. I'm looking at some of the details. So it's the condition of the car. It's the model of the car. Maybe you can only afford a certain car. Maybe it's a disaster. Maybe it's banged up. I mean,
my barometer for embarrassment's a lot higher than most people.
I mean, you see people driving around and their car is just bashed to hell, and whether they can afford the repair, that's one thing. Maybe they did get paid some insurance money and they bought fentanyl with it or something. I don't know.
Why make the repair if you don't need to? Pocket the cash.
So hey, the car still runs. But man, I've seen some crazy cars on the road.
Yeah, and they're the most powerful people on the road. You know that?
Like I've seen cars where the whole rear end is smashed out.
Yeah.
And they have some jury-rigged taillight with a red plastic bag over the white light to work as a brake light and a turn signal. I've seen doors where somebody got broadside. Somebody got T-boned at an intersection. The door is pushed halfway into the driver's seat. I mean, they've got to climb out of the window or go to the other side of the car to get out. And they're just driving it down the road with seemingly no intention of getting the freaking car fixed.
You don't want to drive some fancy South Tampa G-Wagon next to one of those jalopies. That person who drives it is the most powerful person on the road.
You know what? Let's test the phones because TJ Miller, the comedian, is supposed to call in about 9 minutes. Let me test the phones right now. Are you embarrassed by the state of your car?
Yes.
Let's go right now. Fire up the phones. 800-990-1047. Let's do this quickly. 800-990-1047. Are you embarrassed by the state of your car? New research is out. Nearly 1 in 3. Let's see what our listeners have to say. All right, phones, that's a good sign. The phones are, here we go. All the phones are lighting up. All right, Andrew, just go ahead and turn these quickly.
Yeah, we're only looking for people who are embarrassed here. I don't want somebody calling in, I drive a brand new blah, 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 blah. And I'm not embarrassed. And I don't want to hear about being embarrassed of a car like 20 years ago either. I want to hear people who are driving right now or currently in the car that they're embarrassed by.
Let me grab the first line. Our screener's not working, so I don't have the names and locations. So, folks, when you hear the line pick up, that's when you're on the air. Line 1, who is this?
Good morning. This is Marilyn.
Hey, this is our friend Marilyn?
Yes, it is.
Marilyn, are you embarrassed by your car?
No, I'm embarrassed by my son's car.
Secondhand embarrassment.
All right, what are you embarrassed about regarding your son's car, Marilyn?
Because he's got a 2000 Mustang, which I have a Chevy truck, and I had to take it to Chevy to have some oil change services.
What is it about your son's car that you're embarrassed by?
The paint's peeling off it. It's like 3 colors. It's older than dirt. Back end's crushed in. No, I'm letting it
So hold on a minute. The back end is crushed in. He's driving around with an accident car that he never got fixed?
Exactly.
So wait a minute. Marilyn, I got to know. Who crushed in the back of the car? Did somebody hit him?
Yeah, he was stopped in Tennessee. He was stopped before he moved down here. He was stopped at a red light, and somebody, I guess, wasn't paying attention and decided to, hit the back end or whatever.
So wait a minute. So he was rear-ended. Did he collect any money? Did he get a lawyer accident or fall? You call Kemp Law?
No, because the person that hit him was uninsured. So, yeah, no.
That's when you just punch him in the neck.
So he only had basics.
Yeah, you just throat punch him. That ought to be a law. If you don't have insurance, you get to throat punch them. That's what you ought to do. Marilyn, thanks for the call. All right, let me grab line 2. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who is this?
This is Mark in Tampa.
Oh, hey, Mark. You're on. Are you embarrassed by the car you drive?
Well, I actually drove it a year. I had a moped, and it was 50 miles an hour. I drove that thing all over the place.
Right. So, wait a minute. You have a car or a moped?
Moped.
Are you embarrassed by it, though, Mark?
No.
Okay, that is exactly what we're not looking for.
Right.
That's the exact opposite of the call. If we're taking calls on vehicles you're proud of, and I would be proud of a moped, that would be the first call of the day.
All right.
Thank you, pal.
Who's on 3? Danielle, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Danielle.
Good morning. So the current car I have, I'm not embarrassed of, but when I was younger and couldn't really afford much, I was grateful that I had a car, but I would, other people my age had better cars than me. I couldn't afford what they had. So maybe back then I couldn't afford it, but my car never looked dirty or filthy or disgusting. I took care of what I had. So if I'm ever embarrassed of my vehicle now, it's because I didn't clean it or I didn't wash it or,
Gotcha.
The kid junk's in it.
Yep, gotcha. All right, let me grab line 4. James in Wesley Chapel. James, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed when I have new people on the passenger side next to me because I got these weird stains. I'm guessing they're food stains that either, I don't know, my wife or somebody did.
Wait, so you have weird stains on the seat on the passenger side, and your passengers have to sit in the weird stains?
Yeah, and I'm afraid, and I wouldn't want to explain. Don't worry, that's not going to get on your clothes. But it looks, it looked like it resurfaced even worse. I'm going to have to get like a professional cleaner to clean it, but it's embarrassing. I don't want them to see. Like I almost like I don't want to put my hand where their butt's going to sit, but I almost like try to psych them out to look somewhere else before they sit.
You need to buy some seat covers, man.
You know what? Tell them to sit in the back. Pretend you're in an Uber. That's what you ought to do. Thank you. Line 5. Carolyn, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi, Carolyn.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing fine. Are you embarrassed by your car? 1 in 3, almost 1 in 3 are embarrassed by their car.
Yeah, so when you say state of your car, so I think of my car. My car's always messy inside. I always have stuff everywhere because I'm always in a hurry and I don't clean it out. So then when somebody gets in my car, I gotta move stuff out of the seat. And my boss will get in my car and he's cracking up laughing because I'm like, oh, hold on a second. I got to get this out of my seat. I got to get that. Okay, now you can get in.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. 2 more calls. Line 6. Stacy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Stacy, is this racy, Stacy?
It is.
Man, all the regulars are getting in on this.
What?
Yeah, racy Stacy, are you embarrassed by your car, Stacy?
Yes, I have metal straps holding up my front end. I have red tape over 2 different lenses on the back of the light because I've had to rewire the socket. I can't open up the driver's side door. The cable needs to be replaced. Yeah. I have to climb out of the sunroof or the passenger side, depending on how packed up the car is.
You don't climb over the sunroof. You don't climb out of the sunroof.
Oh, yes, I do.
You lying. You're a liar.
I'm not.
I want to see you. I want to see.
Oh, I will send a video today at lunch for you, Fester, and text it to you.
Yes. On the regular. I've seen a lot of crap. I've never seen
out of my sunroof. I will take pictures. There's metal straps holding up my front end. Right now, you can hear me coming a mile away because it's metal on the back rear brake.
All right, listen. I've seen people get in their car like Dukes of Hazzard style because like the door was bashed in.
You know what?
I've never seen somebody get in and out through the sunroof.
You know what? This call from Racy Stacy. You know what this reminds me of?
What?
This reminds me of get out of my dreams.
Oh, Billy Ocean.
Get into my car. Well, Stacy, guess what? Stacy, Stacy, quiet! Stacy, talk. Your phone is broken too.
We gotta talk back and forth. She has metal straps holding her phone together.
Stacy.
Yes.
Guess what?
What?
You have just won
a new car. No, a new car strap for the front end. A new car. Strap.
No, hold on a sec. Let me modify this. Stacy, you've just won
a new car,
air freshener.
Yeah.
I've got the black Christmas tree that you can dangle from your rearview mirror, Stacy. All right. Stacy, thanks.
But yes, I do open up my sunroof. I come out to open up the door, and then I kick it open with my foot.
I got to run. Andrew says there's some funny guy. There's some comedian on hold. This is actually a thrill for me because I'm a big fan. TJ Miller, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Well, a little initial sort of conversation between two guys with periods in their names.
Yeah, look at that's right. It's you know what, we could be a morning show team, MJ and TJ, or do you get top billing? Would you be TJ and I? You know, it's TJ and MJ.
In Tampa, buddy, it's MJ and TJ.
That's right, dude. I love it. Hey, dude, big fan. You know, there's a company that books celebrities or guests, and I don't take a lot of the offerings because they don't fit the show. But when I got hit up and it's like, would you like to have TJ Miller on? Because he's coming to Tampa this weekend to do a couple of comedy shows on Friday and Saturday. I'm like, abso-freaking-lutely. TJ, big fan. You were the best thing, for instance, on Silicon Valley. After you left, the show just was not as good, buddy.
Oh, thank you for saying so. And I'm a big, big fan of Fester. So this is a real opportunity for me to be on the air with him. And you're here. And then is Michelle on today or not?
I'm your number one fan, TJ.
Uh-oh. Looks like we got some mutual love going on. But Fester hasn't said anything yet.
No, I haven't.
Thanks for saying so. I mean, Silicon Valley was one of those things where at season 4, I just don't think that television shows get better after the 4th or 5th season.
You know, that's sort of a thing now because I know I've heard that and I read that a lot of the streaming platforms, they're sort of saying that it's 3 or 4 seasons and then they're done.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say that the British have anything right, but they've always sort of, capped it at 4 seasons or 5 seasons. Because by the 6th or 7th season, it really kind of begins to look like a cash grab. And that's not really what I'm about. So I was doing, let's see, I think it's Fester's favorite from the research I did, major motion picture, the Emoji Movie.
Yes, I love the Emoji Movie. Yes, big fan.
See, there you go. Well, you're true to yourself, and you're who you really are.
I mean, look at the preparation. This guy's doing research on us before we have him on the air to promote his comedy show at the Funny Bone in Ybor this weekend.
I mean, I'm serious about success, especially when it comes to how nervous I was about Fester hearing my sort of dulcet tones and the gravelly voice that I created using marijuana and clove cigarettes and yelling. I do a lot of screaming in general.
A lot of
yelling.
yelling.
On stage, not in my household, just on the streets of New York City because nobody cares. They simply do not care if you're yelling or screaming. And so, yeah, I mean, I was doing film stuff and I wanted to kind of keep doing that. I think Deadpool somewhere around there was talking to me about doing the second one. And so I wanted to do stand-up. I mean, that's what I'm excited about with the Tampa Funny Bone. And the really fun thing is that I just released a stand-up comedy special called The Philosophy Circus. And that's on the album that I'm with, 800 Pound Gorilla, but you can see it on, my site and my channel. But it was filmed at the Tampa, at the time, Improv because it's a theater. I mean, it's a proper theater in Ybor City that treats the chickens properly.
Oh,
That's a really important thing to do.
Yeah, the Ybor chickens.
And Michelle and I have talked about this. The city protects the chickens,
all right, so,
and we feel protected there.
So, TJ, my daughter, Chloe, is also a big fan. Chloe is what? Chloe is 24. Yeah, Chloe's 20. Sorry, Chloe is 24 now.
That's one of the reasons that Michelle's on the air.
Exactly. To remind me how old
the age of our daughter is this. Exactly.
So Chloe is a first-year law student. Chloe's at Yukon Law up in West Hartford. And Chloe, when she heard when Chloe heard that you, TJ Miller, were going to be on the show, Chloe, 24, massive fan, she says that the Yogi Bear movie is her letterbox top, and specifically because of you.
As Ranger Jones.
And then also she says that you were gone too soon in Underwater. Comments, please.
First off, I'll go backwards. I have not seen Underwater.
What?
I think I've seen every film that I've done, because I'll research stuff and watch, and I see a lot of stuff when I'm on set. I did a project recently where I kind of went over and said, well, let me see that last take. And this poor kid didn't know how to get the sound up on the video village, and it was such a funny moment to watch this kid kind of be like, wait, I think he was of the age where he's like, wait, I have to do something more than what I was told I was going to do. And I'm kind of going, just turn the sound up so that I can hear it and everyone can hear it. He's like, well, I mean, I wasn't told that I, needed to do this. And I was like, that's okay. It's just turning up. There's a button somewhere or something. He's like, just turn the sound up. And he was like, oh, okay. And I just saw this kid who I think he was in his 20s just melt down in front of all of us on trying to figure out how to turn up the volume. So that was very funny. Right. But I like watching the stuff I'm in. It's just Underwater. I thought it would be funny if there was just one film that I have never, ever seen. And then when people talk to me about it, I get to be like, what is that? I haven't seen this.
Yeah.
You tell me, no spoilers. No spoilers.
And what about Yogi Bear? What about Ranger Jones?
Well, I want to make this clear. If Chloe's a lawyer, she should know that she just did a spoiler saying that I was gone too early from the film. That's grounds. Hey, listen. That's grounds. I'm going to file a suit. So you better be ready.
That's great. Hey, folks, we're on the phone with TJ Miller. Let's talk Yogi Bear for a second.
For sure. So Yogi Bear is the best performance I've ever had. I think of all the things I've done, and I gave myself an award at the Critics' Choice Awards for Best Comedian in a Talking Bear Comedy. And I was up against myself and then me, and then also I was nominated.
Who's how about the Family Guy guy? Doesn't he do Talking Bears too?
Well, it wasn't a film, so it's too bad. And Conan, wanted to be nominated, but it wasn't possible because his bear was masturbating. But Yogi Bear is really interesting because, like the Emoji Movie, I did these films, and Yogi Bear I largely did because Anna Faris was in it, and she was my sort of celebrity crush, the only one I'd ever had. And so I was really excited about that. I also think it was just funny to me to have that as a stand-up credit. I don't know why that got me, but the idea of introducing me as this is him from Yogi Bear 3D, which I love that 3D is in the name.
Yep,
that's so silly. It's like, dude, where's my car? And ladies and gentlemen, from Yogi Bear 3D, TJ Miller. But it was like seriously challenging to be funny in that, to talk to talking bears in the forests of New Zealand, and they're not real. They're just ping pong balls on sticks. But I was really proud of my performance.
Yeah, because all the green screen, because that's how they do the green screen. You gotta the live action has to act with like this phony stand-in on the green screen. So, hey, TJ, what was it like talking to a stick?
Yeah, that's great. Oh my God, you should have auditioned. Yeah, it was, but when people were reading the lines, they didn't do the voices. And there was a New Zealand a dwarf. His name was Jimmy the Dwarf, and he was Boo Boo. He was the stand-in for Boo Boo, and that was a blast. I think that's part of why it was so fun to do, because I talked to him in one scene, and it was just everybody on the set kind of didn't take it seriously because it was so ridiculous. And then people love it. It's like, I thought it was so funny when the internet was making fun of me for doing the Emoji Movie. So I was like, this isn't for you. This is for children, 4 years old to 8 or 12 years old, and the parents that want to stop interacting with them and just put them in front of the Emoji Movie, and people love it. And so your daughter is right and she correctly has asserted and seen that I was the best talking bear comedian that's ever lived.
Hey, TJ, Chloe is listening right now up in Connecticut, live streaming us. She's live texting me and says, also tell him I loved him in Christmas Party as well.
No, Office Party.
I'm sorry. Was it Office Christmas Party, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it was also just a Christmas party, and that explains why she's going to be such a good lawyer. An economy of words. She didn't need to say office. She just said Christmas party.
There we go.
Either that or she's drinking in the morning, which also makes a great lawyer.
Yeah, believe me, we know.
All right, couple of things. So, TJ, before we run, I got like three personal things I want to discuss here. All right. First of all, let me tell everybody where TJ is going to be again. We're going. TJ, I believe. Yes, TJ, I heard that you're going to give me and Michelle tickets out of your personal stash for the 7 o'clock Friday show. Is that correct?
I comp Michelle, and she gets a +1. So if she's bringing you, then I will see you there. And Sester, you're allowed to come to any show, and also my hotel room.
All right, fantastic. I'll be there.
It's a suite, and I'll have all kinds of morning drinks. But yes, you guys are coming, and I'm excited for you to see the show.
So, this is where it gets a little more personal. First of all, how do we meet you at the show? Because I got to get a selfie for my Instagram.
You just come backstage, so I'll see you back there, and through just Alan he'll give you.
Okay.
We'll get you my telephone number, and then one of them.
Also, all right. So here's some interesting little tidbits. And listen, I don't want to creep you out. I don't want. We're not stalking you. Michelle and I are not stalking you. But
I am positive. Can I interrupt you real quick, MJ?
Yeah.
I am positive you are about to creep me out.
Nobody sets that up with I don't want to creep you out and not creep you out.
So Michelle knew how much I loved you, and I did a stint. We were up in Manhattan for 5 years, 2015 to 2020. And in 2019, Michelle surprised me and said, we're going on an excursion. I'm not going to tell you where we're going. It's a surprise. Michelle brought me to your show in September of 2019 at the Stand, and we were like right near the front, and you were fantastic. That was the show that Shane Gillis, after he got fired from SNL, that was his first appearance, and you were the headliner, and it was a thrill to see you live at the Stand in Manhattan.
Oh, thank you, and what a great experience, because the Stand is really one of the top two clubs. I would say it's that and the Comic Strip Live, and people love the Comedy Cellar. But I love the Stand. If anybody gets up to Manhattan, that's the place to go. And I remember you were sort of heckling me quietly under your breath. And you just kind of kept saying, like, yeah, my daughter says you're going to yogi for 3 days. Let's see how good you are alive.
All right, and TJ, this is where it gets a little creepier. Don't rescind my invitation to come backstage and meet you, okay? All right, so here's the deal. My other kid, Julian, he's a junior at NYU Tisch. He's in film school up in Manhattan. And we were getting ready to put in an offer on a double apartment I'm not going to say where it is. No doxing here. We were putting in an offer on an apartment in Manhattan. The bottom floor is like a double apartment. And then we found out that you live in the same freaking building.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, the one that would have been, well, if it was on the bottom floor, yes.
It was available because of a death.
The guy died and the unit was for sale.
Yeah, that's Bill. Yes. Yeah, I know. That's Bill's apartment. He died of a fentanyl overdose. And they said the only way we're going to get rid of this apartment is if we find a couple where one of them has a drug problem. And I'm not going to dox which one because they later found that out.
Right.
But that is so bizarre. I can't wait to tell Kate that. Just strangely, out of the blue, just to like piggyback this so that your audience doesn't think about how bizarre and strange and scary and kind of stalkery that is. We found out that we lived in an apartment in Los Angeles, in the Hollywood area, in the neighborhood, and we lived there for several years, and it was 802 was the apartment number.
Yep.
Then we'd moved to New York. It had been years and years we went there, and Kate has a friend sort of a mentor in his late 70s now, who is brilliant. He was an actor. He was on Kojak. He was he's just a fantastic, brilliant guy. And we were just talking one night, and he goes, "Where did you live in, Los Angeles?" And we said, "Oh, he lived on Franklin and Whitley." He goes, What was the name of the apartment? And we said, the Ardmore. And he goes, what? I said, the Ardmore. He goes, what apartment did you live in? And we said, 802. He goes, yeah, you just went white. And he goes, I lived in 702. I lived in the apartment below you when I was in Hollywood in the 1970s. And I go, oh my gosh. But yeah, and so these things are coincidences, but I have, not to get woo, but like, I really have this belief that people that are similar, that have similar sensibilities, that have similar values, they kind of end up in similar environments. And the more specific it is, the more likely that they are really, really close in those ways. And occasionally, just occasionally, they will become extremely good friends because their first names are just initials.
So the
it's funny, Bone.
And that's why we're looking forward to seeing you. Because you know how to tell the story, and then you...
TJ and MJ, and you just wrapped it up very, very nicely. But it was strange, man. Michelle was up in Manhattan visiting Julian. They found this apartment. They loved it. We were getting ready to make an offer on this double apartment. I was in Tampa, and I bought a Delta ticket. I was flying up. The real estate agent was meeting us. I'm about to get on the flight, and we get a call. No, it's not available anymore. I'm like, what? It was available 2 hours ago. I'm flying. They know I'm flying up to see the apartment. You know?
I mean, that is amazing. And just to kind of make it a little bit weird, I don't know what happened, but that apartment stayed empty.
Yes.
For like a couple of years.
Yes.
Because of the death.
Yeah.
And and then it wasn't really bought until I think 6 months ago, maybe, or 9 months ago. So I think Michelle must have really offended the real estate. But how funny would that be? How funny would that be if you came to the co-op meeting where everybody has to sort of approve you to move in?
Yeah.
And you just walk in, and it's all these kind of weird, stodgy, wealthy white people, and then you look over, and it's the guy from Yogi Bear 3D.
Right?
You'd be like, hey, I'm MJ. We're looking to move in here. I go, wait a second. You had me at M, and then you sealed the deal at J.
And also, hey, here's another creepy thing, and I got to run because I'm up against the clock. But my real name is Todd. So
yes, I know. So I was also going to ask this. I really, really was. Do you get people all the time? Because you used to go by Todd when you had your political show.
Yes.
But so when you say I'm MJ, do people constantly say what's the MJ stand for?
Always.
And if so, what do you say?
Always. MJ means nothing. It was a radio name because I had a program director in 1986 after college. When I got my first job in Norfolk, Virginia Beach, the program director said, no, you can't be Todd Schnitt on the air. So we made up, the MJ was completely made up. But the weird thing about Todd, dude, you were born in 1981. You must have been the last Todd ever named on the planet because Todd was like a late 50s, 60s, like mid 70s name, you know?
Yeah, and I think my parents always admitted that it was I hope this doesn't offend you, but I sort of said, why did you call me Todd? And they're like, it was a mistake. Like, what? And they go, yeah, we were yuppies. I guess I don't know what we were doing. But I changed my name also, just really quickly, because it's a fun story. So I came to school. I was in first grade, I think, and there was another Todd in the class.
Right.
Huh. And that didn't compute. It was kind of, I just didn't really know. I said, that can't be the case. It'll be too confusing. So I come up to this kid and I go, hey, there's two Todds in the, and we've got to, one of us has to change our name. And the other Todd was like, well, who are you? It's just my introduction to him. I said, well, I'm Todd. And he goes, no, I'm Todd. And then I said, all right, then I'll go by TJ. And he was like, well, what just happened? So then I got out of the class, went to my mother, who was in charge of carpool that day, and said, my name's TJ from here on out. I'm not Todd anymore.
Oh, that's great.
And she's thinking, oh, sure, I'm sure this will last. And then I never answered to the name Todd again.
That's
for the rest of my
fantastic.
life.
Hey, folks, go see TJ Miller. Just like Michelle and me, TJ Miller is going to be in Ybor in Tampa on Friday and Saturday. So it's this Friday. He's going to be at the Funny Bone. So get your tickets. Go to funnybone.com. Funnybone.com, or you can go to TJ's site for information. TJ Miller does not have a website.com, but 2 shows. So Friday, there are 2 shows, a 7 o'clock and a late show. And then Saturday, there's going to be an early show and a late show. TJ, I'll see you Friday night in Ybor, buddy, at the Funny Bone.
Yeah, I'll see you in a couple days. Guys, I'm so excited. Michelle, you're coming, and I love Fester, and thanks, guys.
All right. Hey, TJ, so the last phone number on your call sheet there, the last emergency number is my cell number. You can just give me a text if you want.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Yeah, I'll do it right now.
All right, thanks, TJ. Great having you on. I can't wait to see you Friday night.
That was so fun. Thank you. Congratulations, Chloe. You have great taste.
Goodbye.
Thanks, TJ.
Oh, I love this guy. I mean,
look how natural he is, and he just rolls with it, whatever content you're throwing out.
How many comedians do I want to go see at a comedy club?
Not many.
One.
I don't know that I've ever seen you excited to see a comic.
I love TJ Miller.
That's awesome.
When he was Ehrlich Bachman in Silicon Valley on HBO, it was the best character ever. It was the most uncomfortable character. It was the best. So I'm so thrilled to see TJ Miller again at the Funny Bone. Hey, Michelle and I are going to be at the 7 o'clock show. Friday night, Ybor, Funny Bone. If you want to go see it, we're there. So I'd love to have you. All right, Andrew's like giving me dirty looks. We're running totally late. Yeah, we're running a little late here.
All right, it's a live show.
Listen, crap happens. The phones don't work Thank God the phones worked for TJ Miller.
No kidding.
Can you imagine? All right, 9. We should be coming back from break now. All right, so we're just going to break. All right, 9:01 at the MJ Morning Show. When we return, we have the whole 9 o'clock hour to do, so please stand by. Mark Spain Real Estate. That's the name that you want, folks. If you want to sell your home, Mark Spain Real Estate will get you a guaranteed offer. You get to choose when you want to move. There are no showings. There's no open house rigmarole. There's no stress. MJ, obviously, for Mark Spain Real Estate. And you can trust Mark Spain to sell your home with a guaranteed all-cash strong offer. In fact, Mark Spain Real Estate sells more than 38 homes a day, making them the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. Trust them to sell your home hassle-free with the strongest cash offer in the entire industry. Richard said Mark Spain Real Estate performed a miracle for me. I was very pessimistic after another realtor failed in selling my home. I think what Richard wants to say is my first agent was a total doofus. All right? That's, I think, what he really wants to say. This is why you call Mark Spain Real Estate. When it comes time to sell your home, use Mark Spain. Go to markspain.com, get a guaranteed all-cash offer on your home today. That's markspain.com, and start packing. In that home, let's say you move in to your new place after Mark Spain sold your old place. Let's say you move into the new place and the air conditioner's not working. What do? You call Air Rescue. That's right. So Air Rescue is the new name for Plan B air conditioning. So don't think, oh, my God, what happened between MJ and Plan B? Was there a falling out? Did something happen? What was it? I got to know that no, there's no dirt. Plan B air conditioning and Air Rescue, same owners. They just decided to consolidate and make it easier instead of having 2 different companies. So they rolled it all together. So now it's airrescue.com. And, of course, Air Rescue's been around since, like 70 years in the Tampa Bay area. Tried, true, tested. Same amazing technicians. Honesty, integrity. Mention me, MJ, get 10% off. Airrescue.com. They're there when they say, or you don't pay the diagnostic fee. 888 never wait. Airrescue.com. Tell them MJ sent you. Again, 10% off. Traffic's on. Let's grab Shriner MJ Morning Show back in a minute.
Well, the Suncoast.
Jay Morning Show. Hey, Michelle, let's put things into perspective. When is the last time I went to Ybor? I mean, it's TJ Miller that's getting me to Ybor on a Friday night, okay? I mean, that says something.
And the deal was when I took you to that show that other time.
At the stand.
Yeah. You know, what they do is they tell you the lineup can change at any time. And you don't really love going to stand-up comedy. But I was like, and I literally said to you as we're walking towards the place, because I could see your face, again, thought trapping or
right.
whatever. Yeah. And so I said, listen, I know this might not be really your thing, but there's somebody that's supposed to be on the lineup. I already have the tickets. They're like $35 each, whatever. If it turns out that he is not on the lineup and he's not going to appear tonight, we can leave. You're not going to hurt my feelings. This was all for you, babe. Like, you know, you love this guy. You want to see him. Yeah. And we got there. And so that's the first thing I did. I marched up to that podium and I'm like, I need to see the lineup for tonight. And when his name was on the list, I'm like, he's going to be here. And you were like, then we're going to be here.
How many performers how many do I crush on?
Not many.
Not many.
Not too many.
Not too many. All right. So Michelle and I, we're going to the 7:00 show this Friday night to see TJ Miller. It's called his the Crowd Sorcerer Tour.
Yeah.
Is that a play on like crowdsourcing? The Crowd Sorcerer Tour. And it's going to be at the Funny Bone in Ybor. There's like a 7:00 show. There's a later show Friday night, and then the same thing on Valentine's. That's a great Valentine's date.
It is.
So Saturday night, early show and late show for TJ Miller, Funny Bone, Ybor, Tampa, this weekend, Friday and Saturday. And Michelle and I will be at the Friday 7:00 show, and love to see you there. So hopefully we do get to meet him, because I definitely want to get like a video, a picture, put something up on the Instagram. But,
maybe he could sit in your lap or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
My lap.
Yeah, good idea. Oh yeah.
Sit on his.
Michelle can sit on TJ's lap. And, man, the kids, they're like, Dad, you got to take him to Burn's Steakhouse. Well, I mean, what time would he have? I mean, because he's got a 7:00 show and then like a 9:45 show or something, and then so is he going to be in town Thursday night?
Uh,
I don't know. I doubt. I'm sure he's going to come in Friday morning. I don't think he's going to be around for me to take him to dinner.
No.
Yeah. By the way, Chloe's like, "Oh my God, that was great."
Let's not overestimate how excited he was to talk to you.
Yeah. Chloe says, "Yeah, take him to Burns, the bleep." You know.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Chloe, why don't you back down? I mean, I act excited to talk to a lot of people, but then when like dinner's involved, I'm like,
Yeah.
You know what? Let's just stick to the radio interview plugging my show.
Right.
He hasn't texted me yet.
Yeah. Hold your breath on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Guess what? I just got my Tico gas bill.
Oh, from months?
No, the Tico gas bill is coming every month. It's the Tico electric bill that they've forgotten about my address. I'm not getting billed from Tico Electric.
What a blessing.
Dude, I called them. I mean, what else do I have to do? I've called them. I said, please make a note in my file. I'm calling you. You're not billing me. You guys recently changed out my meter like, 2 months ago. I'm not getting billed. It's like I'm getting electric for free. I mean, I've done my part, right? I mean, what else do I have to do?
So they know what the meter reading was when they installed it.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't want to get like a $72,000 bill, 4 years from now when I decide to, sell the place and, move on, or, hey, that could actually be within the next year that we move on. But
I'd roll the dice on that if I were you.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't bill me for 5 years and I try to get 75. I'd call banking.
At this point, I've called them. They said they made a note in my file, in my record. And listen, I think I've done my part. I mean, at this point, it's sort of a game to see how long we can go without getting a Tico electric bill. Michelle, you're the lawyer.
I just keep telling you to call and make a note of it.
Please make a note of it.
Make a note of it.
Your power bill is $526.22. Please make a note of it. Oh, my God. All right. You heard about the Olympic cheating?
What happened?
No.
Oh, my God. There's a huge Olympic cheating scandal. This is big. It's breaking. If you haven't heard about the massive Olympic cheating scandal. I got to be honest. I think this is the biggest thing to come out of the Olympics so far. You know, the biggest thing was the medals breaking. And the medals going clink, 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 clink. If they fell off the string, the ribbon. That was the biggest story until now. We have the big Olympic cheating scandal. All right, it has nothing to do with doping. It has nothing to do with, the crotch packing to make the long jumpers go further with aerodynamics. No. It's real cheating. Apparently, a Norwegian Olympian did a post-race interview and admits that he cheated on his girlfriend, some, I guess, Norwegian babe, and wants to get her back. So I've got a transcript here. Let me tell you what this guy said.
So he uses that platform as his plea to win her back?
Yeah. So he won he didn't listen, he didn't even win gold or silver. He won the non-precious medal. He won the bronze.
Apparently, she was his third choice for a little while.
All right. So this Norwegian dude, Storia Holm Legrid. Let me tell you what he said. He wins bronze, right? So he's a skier. I'm watching him. You know, he's holding his. Is that a rule that all of these skiers that they have to hold the skis right next to their freaking cheek so you can see the logo, what brand? Like Breezy Johnson,
right?
She had like the atomic skis, like right next to her head. I mean,
so you got to figure this is, although there's not advertising in the Olympics.
Yeah,
this is really NASCAR. I mean, a lot of the Olympians have to come out of their own pocket,
right?
To they don't. I don't know that they get paid, or if they do, it's certainly not much. So to have a sponsor, if you're sponsoring me and I just want a medal, you bet I'm holding up your skis. I want you to see everything, and that's going to be the next check.
All right, so this Storia Holm Legrid, this Norwegian dude, won bronze in the men's individual biathlon, and after the performance, he used his TV appearance to try to win his girlfriend back and admitted to cheating. Listen to what he said. Efter att ha tagit brons i Skiskatatamas första individuella årsgren bakom Lakam kameraten Johan Olav Botten och Frans mannen Erik Perrault stad Storia Holmlegrad för att omvand Kanastasen interjudga guida den Gagamia Normaden Travadadi Jodia Gunsen Skimmen Skammen Skagen Skogen.
Wow, that is so amazing. Wow, thank you for sharing that.
All right, that is my best interpretation of the Norwegian that I see on my paper. Would you like me to translate that into English now?
No, we all understood it perfectly, and we're moved.
It was endearing.
We're touched.
Literally, I actually have the Norwegian is here, but it is translated to English. And he said, and then there's somebody I wanted to share it with who might not be watching today. 6 months ago, I met the love of my life, the most beautiful and kindest person in the world. 3 months ago, I made the biggest mistake and cheated on her. And I told her about it a week ago. It's been the worst week of my life. Oh, man.
He goes on to say, I had a gold medal in life. Referring to her.
Yeah.
Now he has a bronze in real life.
Let me translate to the Norwegian.
Yeah, go back.
Osten, Skorchen, Skinshin, Skanshin, Skorchen, Lingen, Dungen,
That's
Dingen, Flugen.
That's the gold medal part right there.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's pretty funny. All right, 9:18 at the MJ Morning Show. Oh, you know who was pissed?
The girlfriend?
No, Post Malone.
Who cheated on him?
Yeah, Post Malone. Michelle, what's the deal? He had his own, Super Bowl party in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But nobody went?
So
No. Everybody was there.
No, it was busy.
Why is he pissed?
So Post Malone has a Super Bowl party in San Francisco and goes ballistic because the beer prices were usurious. I mean, it was like highway robbery. And Post Malone freaked out, smashed all the glass in the bar. He then lit the place on fire. No, he didn't. He did none of that, but he was pissed because
hold it. It wasn't a party. It was a concert.
Well, listen, it says Post Malone. This is from the San Francisco Chronicle.
Okay.
Post Malone slams beer prices at his own Super Bowl party in San Francisco.
All right.
So you're telling me the San Francisco Chronicle's wrong? Fester's right.
Well, listen, I see something else that says concert because if he's having a party, he controls beer prices.
Right.
This dude's on Budweiser or Bud Light commercials. He could probably get it for free.
Oh, yeah. Who's he sitting with?
The Gillis.
Yeah,
No.
Is he sitting with Shane Gillis?
At Super Bowl? Yeah.
Where they're sitting like in the yard on the chairs, right?
Right, and then there's one like at a wedding where Peyton Manning, Post
Shane
Malone,
Gillis,
and
yes.
Shane, so man, he's in Bud Light commercials, and he's having a concert, and the venue's charging whatever they're charging.
So I like when the big dude takes up for the little guy and complains that the $14 a beer price was ridiculous. So good for Post Malone. I am thrilled that he made his displeasure known.
He didn't give everybody their money back.
Yeah. By the way, listen, the prices obviously. I didn't go through this, but at the Super Bowl last Sunday, I had the list, and I just didn't get around to it. It's a little, I think it's old and busted and cliche, but there was a whole list of how much all the drinks were, and somebody was making a big deal that one of the restaurants inside Levi Stadium was selling a $180 hamburger or something.
So I saw this burger, and it was...
Yeah, but what's on it?
Yeah, it was a pretty impressive burger. It had like a whole beef shank coming out of the top bun. It was
Right.
It was something. And I think it fed 4 people, but it was $180 for this.
Yeah.
Who's going to buy that and really eat it and enjoy a game?
I don't know.
I thought the same thing.
I saw a couple of I saw one Instagram video where a guy actually bought it.
Yeah.
And he was just showing video of it, but it's so stupid.
Yeah.
Give me a good hot dog.
Hey, Fester.
Yes.
When we get back, I'm going to lead with this item.
Yes.
You're going to love it. I don't want to give too much away. I'm just going to say that this is one of Fester's favorite activities.
Well, that's really broad.
It has to do with the F word. All right. So one of Fester's favorite activities having to do with the F word is next on the MJ Morning Show on 104.7 FM. Bank on Banco. BancoDoors.com. Folks, by now you know there is only one garage door company that I trust at my house, and that is Banco. Since the 80s, folks, over 40 years, Banco has been working on garage doors and people trusting them for over 40 years. Listen to how you can juice up the curb appeal on your house with a brand new Clopay door. So right now, choose any Clopay Premium Series insulated door. You can go sleek modern. You can go, more traditional, Coachman, Canyon Ridge. Whatever Clopay door that you fit within this premium range, the windows are free. Short amount of time, only until March 14th. Hurry. The window package in your garage door, no cost, free from Banco. Hurry. BancoDoors.com. Juice up the curb appeal, make your house more valuable. If you need any service, if you break a spring, if the garage door opener breaks, if you want to go to one of the great top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art new garage door openers, it's Banco. Anything garage doors, BancoDoors.com, and tell them that MJ sent you. Veterans Ford. Oh, boy, Fester is a happy customer. Fester, could your experience at Veterans Ford get any better?
You know what? No. It was just a great experience.
And
everything was so simple.
And for those that are listening saying, well, of course he had a great experience. It's Fester. Of course they're going to treat him well. They're an advertiser on the MJ Morning. No. I've been in there whenever I'm nearby. Virtually every time I go to Costco, I stop into Veterans Ford because I pass right by it because I'm in South Tampa. I take the vet up. I get off at Linebaugh. Veterans Ford is right there. I always pop in, usually first because I've got the frozen stuff. I don't want to, have all kinds of frozen crap melting.
I mean, you can't have your stuff thaw out while you're in the parking lot of Veterans Ford.
But I've seen people.
And you can't bring it in either.
I've seen people interact. I've seen people working the deals. I've walked in on multiple occasions and people are like, hey, MJ, I'm here because of you. You're right. This place is great. For your next Ford car, truck, or SUV, it's Veterans Ford. Linebaugh and the Veterans Expressway. When you walk in, you say you want the MJ deal, and no other Ford dealer in town will beat the Veterans deal. But you got to walk in and say, I want the MJ deal. Veterans Ford, tell them that MJ sent you. When you have a unfortunate wreck or a really nasty slip and fall, you call Kemp Law. Stacy Kemp and the team, they will grab your case by the horns and they will make them pay. You deserve to be compensated. If you've got some F-tard that, totally rear ends you, T-bones you, they're on their phone, they're putting on makeup, they're doing everything but driving. All you have to do is call Kemp Law. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law. You're in a store, you have a spill, negligence, man, your back is slammed, your neck is whatever. You're hurt. You deserve to recover. You don't pay a dime until they recover for you. Accident or fall, you call Kemp Law, kemplaw.com. Tell them that MJ sent you. Traffic is on 925. Let's grab Shriner with the latest MJ Morning Show back in a minute.
Well, the Suncoast Park.
Hi, James. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. Fester, Michelle, myself. What may I answer for you, James?
What is your MJ deal on that Ford, Veterans Ford there?
Yeah, it's simple. So the MJ deal at Veterans Ford, you find the car you want. You want a car, truck, SUV. When you mention me, MJ, the MJ deal is simple. You will not get that vehicle. Okay. You will not get that vehicle for less money at any other Ford dealer in town. They will get you. You'll get the best price on the car you want at Veterans Ford when you walk in and mention me, MJ.
Okay, because I called and I asked for the MJ deal before I went down there.
Yeah.
And I said, "What's the deal that I'm going to get?" The guy said like $200 off.
No. Dude, no. The MJ deal, you will not get the car less at a different dealership. That's it. So that guy must have just been hired on Monday. All right?
This is third day.
All righty, buddy. Just let you know. Thank you.
Hold on a sec. If you have any, listen, I'll tell you, here's what I want you to do. I want you to send me an email. All right? My email is mj@mjmorningshow.com.
Gotcha.
What are you looking for? Which Ford do you want?
I was looking for a Ford F-350 gas truck for $2,500.
All right.
And I lost mine.
Well, the 2,500. That's a Dodge. That's a Ram product.
Yeah, F2. It's gonna be F250. Yeah, the 3/4 ton.
So you're gonna want to look for an F250 or F350 if you want. Listen, you email me. Just say, hey, it's James. I was on your radio show today about Veterans Ford. Email me, mj@mjmorningshow.com, and I will have the manager call you directly. You will not get a better deal on your truck that you want from any other dealer than Veterans Ford and the MJ deal. You got it?
All righty. Thank you, sir.
All right, Pally. Have a nice day.
Yeah, Pally.
All right, Fester, you ready?
I'm ready.
How did I tease the item going in?
Something that Fester will love, and something about an F word. To which, during the commercial break, I made a whole list of things I love that start with F. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 things that start with F.
I said, yes. I said those words, I think, exactly. So, Fester, what starts with an F word that you love?
Is it fondue? Because I love fondue. I really do.
I thought the first one was going to be fudgesicle.
Okay. I didn't know if I could get that specific. Fudgesicle. I was like, that's a name brand stuff.
Yeah. I think fudgesicle is a trademark of popsicle. Who owns popsicle these days? Anyway, all right, so keep going.
Food.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Fighting.
Nope.
Doing it. Okay.
Nope.
Passing gas. I love that.
Yes!
It's on my list. Look, it's the 4th one on my list.
Dude, number 4 is farting. So
food, the F word, fighting, farting. That's my favorite 4 things right there.
Favorite.
We're gonna start with F,
and of course your name starts with an F. It's Esther.
I barely like myself, but I like these 4 things.
So this is
in therapy.
This is medical, folks. Don't be grossed out. This is actually medical. That scientists have discovered.
Foosball and flea markets were the other 2 things on my list.
Oh, yeah.
I love a good flea market. Yeah. I love farting at a flea market.
What about fondling yourself?
I do that anywhere.
All right. So scientists have discovered that people are passing gas more than we previously thought. And it's all because of, for lack of a better term, it's fart sensing underwear.
What?
Yes.
What?
So, previous research showed that people were, hey, I've got a whole variety. I've got the entire countdown of noises. Yeah. Oh, that's the same one. I got 12 up here. I had to pick the same one. All right, hang on. Oh, how about? Oh yeah. How about? Oh, here's. Okay. All right. This is the squeaker. Oh yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love all of it.
Yeah, the squeaker, and then.
That's a lingerer.
That's a linger. That one won't go.
Stick around for a while.
All right. So previous research showed that the toots were an average of 14 a day. Researchers at the University of Maryland. By the way, that was a school that wanted to recruit Chloe to play soccer as well.
Yeah, I think their mascot's the farting terrapins.
It is.
Bunch of turtles passing gas.
The fart head. The fart head running around the court. Yeah. So researchers at the University of Maryland, they have developed this essentially fart detecting underwear, and they wanted to accurately measure, human flatulence, and now it's apparently an average of 32 toots a day.
Yeah, I'm a lot closer to 32 than that 14 number. A lot closer. By a lot closer, I mean like 50.
You've exceeded that number just in the last 3.5 hours since you've been in the studio.
That's no joke.
I want to know, how many did you drop on the Delta first class cabin last night from Atlanta to Tampa?
Especially with the changes in pressures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stop it, folks. You did not do that.
I had to keep my little overhead fan on full blast just to keep everything moving.
So I told you, this is serious. This is researchers at the University of Maryland. They wanted to understand excessive gastrointestinal issues, gut microbes. So they created smart underwear, and it's a tiny wearable device that's snapped directly into the underwear, and the electrochemical sensors, they tracked any...
I mean, it seems like some really basic technology to get some really life-changing information.
Oh, yeah. Individual rates varied. Some farting as few times as 4 a day.
Wow.
And some of the research subjects did it up to 59 times a day.
I'd be closer to 59.
Blowing them out. Wow. 59 times. You know what you need to do? You need to get the movie clicker.
Yeah.
You know, the concert where they like click the usher clicks you on the ticket taker clicks you.
I used to go to a nightclub. The bouncer used to have one so he could count how many people were in the club.
Yeah, right. For the fire code, right?
And then if you walked out, he would hit the other button and it would take a number off.
Or if Great White was playing.
Ooh,
you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, serious research is being done at the University of Maryland.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of life-changing technology and information I need to know.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Toyota makes a great product, right? Toyota, listen, we've got the advertisers we have on the show. We've got Genesis of Tampa, we've got Veterans Ford, and we've got Miracle Toyota, which is out in Haines City. Those are the 3 dealerships that I do my MJ commercials for. Toyota's a great. I've owned. I had a Toyota Supra, which I was a moron for selling. I should have held on to that car. Well, it was a lease, but I could have bought the car. I had a 1994 twin-turbo Toyota Supra. So I've been a Toyota owner. You know, Toyota makes a great vehicle. But listen, great cars. Listen, I like, BMWs as well. And BMW, they've had their share of recalls, right? So Toyota is recalling 141,286 Priuses because I guess doors can just fly open when you least expect it.
Wow. That's not good.
If you're going to have a recall, have it something fun like that, you know?
Yeah.
A
real good time. You never really know.
Exactly. I don't want an engine fire. I don't want, some kind of an EPA problem with emissions. No, I want something fun on a recall. Like, the front tire could fly off. Or the steering wheel could snap off in your hand like a saltine,
Well, the Prius has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
And they're a very unique vehicle. I never really associated Prius drivers with being overly adventurous.
Right.
But now, knowing the door can fly open at any time makes it all a wild ride.
Oh, this is great. Yeah. So if you own a 2023 through 2026, we're talking brand new ones. If you own those years of the Prius, there's a chance that the rear doors could just open up on their own while you're driving.
That's not true. Are they saying the rear hatchback door or the rear doors?
No, it's the rear doors.
Do you ever try to open a door while you're driving? I mean, it's really hard. The wind pressure alone, you can't open those doors.
Dude, I'm not making this up. Clearly, when you have a recall, generally it's because it's happened. All right?
I'd like to see that happen.
So the rear doors could just fly open on their own. Certain models have defective electrical switches that control the locking and release functions, which is why the recall has been issued. So, I don't know. Anybody have their doors fly open on, 275?
Little hybrid car whizzing by you, no doors.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of cars.
Yeah?
Speaking of cars. There's a terrifying Waymo secret. Saw this on the Post website. If things go haywire with your Waymo, and they're testing them in Tampa. I keep seeing them on the roads. I don't know when they're going to turn the Waymos loose.
I saw one on the interstate in Atlanta yesterday, but there was a driver behind the wheel. Because I saw, it looked like, I could see it had like the satellite stuff on the roof, like a little hat.
Right.
On top of the hood.
Right.
Not the hood, the roof.
Mhm.
And I was like, what is that? I get closer and you could see Waymo in the lights. So I scoot around it thinking it's like an automated vehicle.
Right.
And there's some guy in the driver's seat. So they were testing it on I-85 in Atlanta.
Yeah, so I already mentioned this. I've seen them a dozen times now around Tampa. We had a Waymo in our neighborhood driving like 2 days in a row. And the deal is there are actual humans driving the Waymos all over the Tampa Bay area for the Waymo to also learn the roads in real time and what it's like to really drive the roads. And, of course, it uses GPS and all that, so it's a combination. So they're doing the actual road testing with real people. So I don't know when they're going to turn them loose, but at some point they will. But when they do turn them loose, and if you're in a Waymo, and I'm going to tell you right now, there's no freaking way I'm not getting in a Waymo. I am not getting in a car. I would rather take the chance of having some guy nod off because he just shot up some fentanyl. I'd rather at least have some breathing human in the car than this, autonomous car. So here's the deal. If the car goes haywire while you're in it, somebody overseas, like in the Philippines or somewhere in Indonesia at the Waymo Customer Service Center, can then remotely drive the car like they're doing PlayStation.
That's pretty awesome.
What?
That sounds like a cool feature.
Well, listen, you've got guys sitting like in Nevada at the Air Force Base that are operating drones that are blasting like Soleimani or whatever in the Middle East,
I mean, on the other side of the world. I mean, there's similar technology.
All right, but
Waymo can be steered out of the Philippines.
Yeah.
Out of Manila.
Yes. Waymo's chief safety officer, Mauricio Peña, told, the Senate Commerce Committee that some of its remote operators are contractors working in other countries, including, what do you say?
The Philippines.
Yeah, well, it's Manila.
Manila.
I'm guessing it's probably the Philippines, and it's probably Manila.
Well, Manila's the capital, right? Big city.
Yes.
Okay, making sure. I mean, I'm not an expert on Filipino geography.
In fact, for the rest of the show, we will do it in the Filipino language, Michelle, which is what?
Tagalog.
Tagalog?
Tagalog.
Dude.
What do you know in Tagalog? Oh, you can't say the things you know in Tagalog, right?
I can say the one thing, mahal kita.
What is it?
Mahal kita.
What does that mean?
It means I love you.
Say it again?
Oh.
Mahal kita.
All right, but then you know like numerous curse words in Filipino, right?
Right.
Why can't you
there's
say
no real
those?
translation.
Is there an FCC violation about cursing in Filipino on regulated airwaves?
Yeah. Can we do it?
It's very offensive.
I mean, well, listen. We have a dump button in case any Filipinos call to complain, right? I mean, respect to the Filipino community. But
we better not.
Better not.
But I tell you what, besides driving the Waymos, they make awesome envelopes
Oh, is that right?
in Manila.
Oh, yeah, I ought to do a version of MJ's Triple Killer Vanilla, and I just go to the Philippines and I call it Triple Killer Manila, or Vanilla Manila, or Vanilla Manila Gorilla.
What's
or Vanilla Manila Magilla Gorilla?
What's a Filipino fruit that they use in cooking that you could make like a variation of your Triple Killer Vanilla? And like like a passion fruit version that's like Triple Killer Manila Vanilla. It has like the vanilla and the
Then the little fruit.
And we're getting in the weeds.
Yeah, folks are asking, by the way, speaking of my Triple Killer Vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, listen, it's
I
still,
haven't heard you talk about it in a minute.
Yeah, it's still a hot seller. Still, I think, the top seller. At I ought to call Alfred. Because the chocolate, we're still formulating the chocolate. I got to get it's got to be perfect. So we're still trying to formulate the chocolate. So if you're a regular MJ Morning Show listener, TJ just texted me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he didn't like, TJ just texted me. Hey, MJ, it's TJ. I got TJ Miller's cell phone now.
That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
All right. So I'm not giving it out like Festers, 813-310-8444.
Yeah, TJ's
I
welcome to
will
text us,
hold TJ Miller's personal cell phone near and dear to my heart. All right. So what was I saying? The chocolate.
Filipino Manila Vanilla.
No. So, let me see if I can call Alfred.
Alfred, yes. We're going to call Alfred.
Let me see if Alfred will take our call. Hey, Alfred, I know you're listening. You're probably in the shop making ice cream right now. So I'm going to call you as we speak. They've gone through multiple. The deal is my ice cream machine at home, it's different than the commercial machine. So my machine puts less air in it, and it's a smaller. If Small Batch Creamery has small batches, which they do, mine are even smaller. Mine are tiny batch. I'm Todd's Tiny Batch Creamery. So what happens is with the commercial machine, it stretches things out a little bit. So we have to get the right additional expensive Verona cocoa, which is the best French cocoa available.
Right.
All the top Michelin chefs use Verona.
And
I'm sorry, Valrona.
What'd you say, Sharona?
No, I said Verona.
Verona?
It's Valrona. I should know this. Valrona, and then we use Calabas. We have to find the right mix because we were hoping to launch it sometime in February.
February's a short month, 28 days. Is this a leap year? No. So you calling Alfred?
Yeah, I'm calling Alfred. Can you fill some time?
No, I didn't know what you're doing.
You didn't say anything. You're just leaning over there.
You slumped over. I thought you had a stroke or something. I'm
leaning over.
I'm like, Michelle, kick him or something. See if he's alive.
I'm leaning over the phone.
Yeah, okay. We're sitting here. We said our part. It goes. We lob it back to you, and you're like, how do I work this phone?
Yeah.
All right. So you're trying to get your. I just thought when you said Todd's Tiny Batch Creamery, I thought it just struck me as extra funny. But so February should be the month for your chocolate Milton Fudge. Milton Fudge Cow.
Yeah, I'm calling Alfred.
Hello.
Hey, Alfred, it's MJ Live. How you doing?
Hey, MJ, how you doing?
All right, so we're live on the air, and we're just talking about Triple Killer Vanilla, still top seller, right, at Small Batch?
Yes, it is.
Have you calculated how many gallons you've made since we launched this thing back in, what was it, late October or February or November?
I haven't, but it's quite a bit.
All right, so where are we with the chocolate? People keep asking, when is MJ's Milton Fudge Cow chocolate going to become available at Small Batch Creamery?
Well, I've got a tub of a new version ready for you to taste. I've left a couple of messages for you, but haven't been able to get through to you. But it's ready for you to taste.
Okay, all right.
The next version.
Okay, all right. And then I've got to, I still need to bring mine in so we can side by side it. All right. I want to get this done quickly because I'm telling you, people are saying, when is the chocolate? They love the vanilla. Now they want the best chocolate they've ever had in their life. So, all right.
They've been coming in the shop and asking for it too.
Yeah, so people are going into the store. Hey, I want to try MJ's chocolate. No, it's not available yet. We're tweaking it. It's got to be perfect. I will sell no ice cream before it's time. All right, Alfred, I'll call you.
I can stop by and drop you off tomorrow some of the last version.
Okay, yeah, do that. Just make sure it's not like deep frozen, like a woolly mammoth. Okay.
You gotta put it out like an hour ahead of time.
Yeah, make sure it's got a little melt on it, so it's a little softer to scoop, okay?
Not a problem.
All right, so we'll see you tomorrow. Text me later, and we'll coordinate for tomorrow, Alfred.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
MJ.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
All right, so yeah, people are going into the store. Hey, where's MJ's chocolate? No, we're tweaking it. It's got to be right. All right. Oh, I thought of something.
What'd you think of?
For Waymo. I have an idea for Waymo, which I'm never getting in. But it doesn't mean that I can't help them or try to sell them a marketing concept.
I got a text message from somebody that said they saw one in West Tampa with no driver.
Oh, wow.
Oh, maybe they are launching it.
I
Really?
don't know. I got one text from one person who said, I saw one in West Tampa, no driver behind the seat. So, I don't know.
Oh, hang on a minute. I just got a text from somebody. One drove into one of the water features on the Palmacia golf course. No. I'm kidding.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be great if the Waymo veered off of McDill, smashed right through the gates, went onto the Palmacia golf course and right into the pond. Would it be funny?
Hysterical.
All right, so I'm not getting in a Waymo. I'm telling you right now, I am never getting in a Waymo. But I have a marketing idea. Should I reveal this, or should I hold it close to the vest?
What, you're waiting for your top secret meeting with the CEO of Waymo to present him your PowerPoint?
Isn't Waymo Google? I think Waymo is Google. I think Google owns Waymo. Are you ready? You ready?
Yes.
Here it is. And Waymo! Waymo! Waymo!
Waymo, come and I go to the store.
No. Waymo, come and it runs over your cat.
No, it's a marketing video. Don't do that. You just shot your own campaign in the foot.
Waymo, come and it hits a kid playing baseball in the street with his friends.
Why are you saying all of these things?
These are all things that Waymos have done.
But we're trying to make $1 million off of this, and here you're like, Waymo, come and it runs over grandma, and they're not gonna buy that. That's terrible.
Waymo. Waymo.
How about you like, Waymo usually get you there safe?
Yes.
You can put usually in there, so it's not like every time.
Waymo traps you inside and it catches on fire. You can't open the door and you burn to a crisp.
Only happened once. But yeah, you put a little disclaimer in there.
Waymo take you to the airport and drops you off and leaves your luggage in the trunk and takes off.
We keep your luggage, but you catch your flight.
You're running after the Waymo right down airside, the blue airside. Waymo. What else before we get out of here today? Oh man, I've got. You know what? What I have left, I mean, it's just too good, and I don't want to give it a short shrift. So I had a couple of things. Oh, there's one thing I got to mention. We got to dive into this. There was a story that came out in the Daily Mail yesterday that Kurt Cobain's death was a homicide. Shocking new forensic investigation questions the suicide ruling of Mr. Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Are they saying somebody killed him?
His death shocked fans.
Wasn't the gun like right next to him?
Sent ripples through the music world, but decades later, Kurt Cobain's final moments are under renewed scrutiny. Died April 5th, 1994, age 27. You know, that spooky 27 club.
Curse of the 27 Club.
Yep. Right. But Amy Winehouse, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin. I mean, aren't they all 27s?
I think so,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think how long on the final break? All right, I got to go. Andrew's saying we got to go. So we got to dive into this tomorrow, the Kurt Cobain deal. So I think with that, we got to go.
I mean, it needs a little work, obviously.
All right. 9:53 at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, have a fantastic day. We'll see you back here tomorrow. MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. And let's be careful out there.